Hello. Greetings, peeparonis. Hello, people. How are y'all doing? We are back once again on the stream of the dodo. Greetings. It's been a week. How have y'all been doing? How's everyone been since the last time I saw y'all last Wednesday? Hopefully everyone's been good. Hello to Kurwal, Darren, Lilo, Ray, and Harsha on YouTube. Hi, my favorite MPLMY streamer. Lilo says he didn't say second favorite, but that's because he said streamer. He didn't say caster. There's semantics there. He said favorite streamer, not favorite caster. Because let's face it, barely any of the MPLMY casters stream. I guess the Malay ones do. The Malay casters stream, I think. I don't actually know how much the Malay casters stream. I don't know. Not gonna lie, Wednesday streams feels kind of refreshing. You think so, Harsha? I don't know. I don't think it's too much different. The only thing is that it's on a different day, and there's technically one less regular stream every week. Yeah, he says. But yes, hello everyone. Hello to Dark Striker as well. Dodo's still tired as usual. When is Dodo not tired? But I am tired because I've been doing many things. I have done many things. Darren has redeemed hydration. Very good. If Dodo's gonna be tired regardless, let's bring back double stream. You see the difference is, last time, without work, double stream made me tired. Now with work, single stream makes me tired. Double stream will make me die. Hello Jero, hello. Harsha says, Dark Striker gave me a nightmare game. I cringed so much in that game. Damn, what happened to y'all? What happened there? Math, right? Yeah, double stream would make Dodo combust. Correct. But, as you guys can see from the title of the stream today, we have content today. We have actual content to review today. We don't have to fall back to the just play MLBB all night kind of thing. We actually have things to talk about, things to review, things to analyze, things to react to, and so that is what we're going to be doing today. Will there be games later or just patch? Depends on how long the patch takes. I highly doubt the patch will last all the way until, 1 AM. But we will also be reacting to the Aulus Hero Spotlight besides that, so we will see. I imagine we'll probably still be able to squeeze in like a couple games at the very end. But no guarantees. We'll just see how the timing goes, right? We have things, yes. Emblem, yes, I think I heard about that. But we will review the patch properly later. As per usual, I have not looked at the patch notes. I have specifically waited until I was live to do the patch notes. But that also ends up being very good because they got released today, so that's very nice. However, the Aulus Hero Spotlight got released apparently a few days ago. Hold on, I haven't actually looked at it. The Aulus Hero Spotlight came out a week ago, dude. Wait, did it come out last Thursday? Is that what happened? Because I'm seeing that it came out 6 days ago. So did it come out on Thursday, literally the day after I streamed? Damn. That's a bit unfortunate, but okay, whatever. Dark Striker is not about you, it's just the gameplay as a whole of enemies and us, Harsha says. I see. I might not last until the games, quite unfortunately. We'll see what happens. Maybe I won't last until the games, because I'm still tired, and honestly, right before I went live today, I was working on my house in FF14, and then I ran into an issue. Like some of my design plans did not work because of certain things, and I wasn't able to fix it because I had to go live. So that's gonna be on the back of my mind for a while. I don't like the new Aulus 100%, the older Aulus is hotter. I don't know about hotter, but I definitely think older Aulus looks better. I will agree. Today's patch was released before server refresh time. I don't know. I have no idea. Hello Mo, welcome, welcome. By the way, Minions MVP. Dude, Minions need to be nerfed. We need a nerf on the Minions, because the Minions have been winning games for some reason. They also hate Flash, in particular. You know, the Aulus ult reminds me of Hinokami Kagura. So I haven't looked at Aulus. As usual, I haven't seen anything about Aulus. But what I've heard is, it is for collab. Alright? A lot of people are assuming that the reason he was revamped is so that he could become a collab character. Which, you know, I wouldn't put it past Munton if they did that. The revamp. F, Akko says. Hello, Akko. Okay, before we get started on things, I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I've done over the weekend, because I was touching grass. I was touching grass over the weekend, actually, you know, for once. So, like, a bunch of my friends got together, some gaming friends, some FF friends, and basically they all came together and gathered for the weekend, right? So there was someone from Penang, there were some peeps from Singapore, some peeps that I've only met in Final Fantasy before this, coming down to just, you know, meet up and hang out over the weekend. So I did that, right? So I did a lot of stuff over the weekend. We like walked around, did shopping. You guys know I went to the anime convention on Sunday. Then we went to okay, so I think what it was so on Friday I was casting. On Saturday I went to a board game cafe for the whole day, and then at night we went to a friend's house to hang out and play games and more board games. And then on Sunday I went to the anime convention with my friends, and then at night we went to karaoke, and then on Monday night we went out for dinner again and then hung out at a friend's house. So I've been doing a lot. So yeah, I guess I can also show you guys the stuff I bought at the anime convention. It wasn't a big convention, and I specifically told myself that I wouldn't buy too much this time around, which I think I was able to stick to. I did stick to the idea that I wouldn't buy too much stuff. So it's only a few things, but I may as well show you guys before we start, because that as well is content. Did Dodo say karaoke? Yes. Yes, I did. Dodo enjoyed week start like a weekend. So here's the thing though, I did enjoy myself over the weekend, but it also meant that I did not have the chance to just like rest at home and do nothing. You guys know me, I need time to do nothing and just game. And I was not able to game at all over the weekend basically, before I started work again. So yeah, I haven't really had time to recharge. Not to mention, I want to I still haven't, like, new patch dropped in Enfield too, and I haven't been able to do the factory shit. Is going to anime event count as touching grass? I mean, it's not like I only went to an anime event. And yes, I think it kind of counts as touching grass. Dodo should come AFA in Singapore in November. There is apparently a convention in Singapore that's very FF14 focused. I've been hearing from my FF friends that Singapore has a convention that's a very FF14. I'm kind of wondering if I want to visit that. Can't remember when that is, but that's also in like the second half of the year. High cortisol factory dodo, yes. But yeah, okay, so let me show you guys the things that I got. I got a couple things. Firstly, I bought this Bangvoo blind bag. It's like Bangvoo keychains, but it's a blind bag of them. Because I figured, you know what, let's gacha. Why not? So I got that. By the way, Gideon is pushing rank so hard. We are behind. I mean, he can push rank if he wants. I'm here to have a good time, you know. So the Bangvoo that I got, not really one of the ones I was hoping for, but I mean, I knew that was a possibility. Yeah, I can't open it, guys. I find myself in a situation where I can't open the bag because there's too little grip space. Hold on. Yeah. I need something that can grip the bag. Hold on. I got deja vu hearing FF remembering the Free Fire days. Ah, yes. I mean, it's not like Free Fire is dead. Free Fire is still around. But yeah, I don't play Free Fire. I actually can't open this. Okay, hold on, I got it. Okay. I got this fella. I don't remember the name of this Bangvoo. It's not one of the more common ones. I don't remember what this one is called, but it's pretty cute. I think all of them were pretty cute. That's why I bought the blind bag in the first place. Then I also got some art. I got a few pieces of art. Now these are actually art from one of my friends. One of my friends had a booth at Anime Fest. One of my FF friends, one of my Final Fantasy friends, had a booth, and so you know I supported them a bit and bought some art. Pretty nice. Some Genshin, and then down here is Final Fantasy. You can see we have Keqing here. Very nice art, honestly. Right? Pretty good, pretty good. Okay, Kurua. But yeah, so I got some art from my friend. They are quite a good artist, as you can see. Then I got this Vivian standee. Look at that. Look at that. Hey hey. Very cute standee. You guys know I have a good number of Hu Tao standees. I don't have one of Vivian, so I saw this and I was like, you know what? Maybe I can get that for Vivian. And so I did. Cute, yeah, right? Very cute, very pretty. Okay, next up, I got big boy. This is actually a sticker. This is a very large sticker. You might be like wondering, what is that actually? Is that like a mat or something? No. It's a sticker. It's quite large. So when I first saw it, I was like, damn, that's a big boy. And then I saw that it was a sticker, and I was like, what the fudge? I've never seen that before. And so I got it. I don't know where I'm gonna stick him, but I got it. And then the last item I got, which I would consider as my primary spoil from the convention, is not actually anime related at all. Big boy over other boys. They look cuter than others. Correct, Tarsha. Big boy is the best. I got... Here's the box. It's a box. And if I open the box... It is... a glass. Specifically, it is a burb glass. Look at that. You see that? It's a burb. I thought it was very... I like this burb a lot. Like this particular, like, what is it? This like white Japanese bird. I think is very, very cute. It's a real life bird, and you guys already know I like birds in general, so when I saw this I was like very tempted. You know, because like, damn, that's cute, that's novel, that's very interesting. And so I got it. And now I can drink out of burb. Put some grape juice and it's dodo. I guess so. He's not derpy enough though. This is like one of those double layer glasses as well, so it's actually supposed to help keep drinks like cool or warm for longer. But usually you would use this to drink like I don't know, coffee or something, and you guys know I don't drink coffee. I just got it because it felt novel, you know, it was cute and kinda cool. Yeah, I don't know. But I can still drink water out of it, so I'll probably be using that at some point. It looks like a wine glass without the stem. I guess that's one way of looking at it, yeah. But yeah, that's all of the stuff I got at Anime Fest. Not a lot, like I mentioned to y'all, but a few cool things. Is actually a good buy, Dodo? You think so? I'm glad you think so. I broke like 3 of those types of cups. Yeah, they don't have a handle, so it could certainly drop out of your hand quite easily. But yeah, so touching grass over the weekend, guys. Not to mention, all the new patches are dropping very soon, right? We are officially 1 week away from the release of NTE. I'm really excited for NTE actually. Like, now that we've been getting more content and more leaks and stuff about the game, I really want to play it, and I'm really hoping that I enjoy it because like that shit looks really fun. The FF14 patch releases 1 day before NTE, so I guess I'm glad that it doesn't release on the same day. Right, so at least I can still play like one night of FF14's new stuff before NTE comes out. But I still don't know. Hello, baby water, welcome. What are you guys saying? I'm close to Freya Global and it just got buff, so GG 100% ban rate coming soon. Okay, don't spoil me too much on stuff that was changed, guys. As is usual, I will be analyzing the patch notes live later. But yes, before we get into the patch notes, the first thing that I think we should do is, of course, react to the new boy. Hi. I was hoping that they wouldn't actually commit to this change, but Looks like they did, guys. No more old man Aulus. So sad. So sad, guys. I was hoping that, like, maybe they would listen to public opinion. You know, a lot of people saying that, like, no, we don't want this new Aulus. Old Aulus is great. And they did it anyway. Well. No more angry Scottish lad, right? Hi. Insert the Wolverine meme. You know for sure I'm gonna be making the Wolverine meme. The skills are goofy, but the numbers are crazy. Okay, I guess we'll see. Most likely, I'll still end up playing him because he's a fighter and they've clearly buffed him to be more meta. You know, if they want to use him as like a collab character. So as a fighter main myself, I will probably still play Aulus even if I think the revamp design is not good. But yeah. Okay, so as per usual, I will probably clip this out for YouTube, which means that I will probably read chat a little less, unless you guys point out some really interesting things. Then I will, you know, then I'll read it out. Otherwise, I'll probably read chat a little less while I'm doing this, so that it's easier for me to clip out for YouTube later. To be honest, I'm kind of lazy to clip our YouTube these days too. I just want a game, honestly. But we'll see. Lilo has already redeemed me to play Aulus. You don't even need to do it, Lilo. You know I'm going to try him later, no matter what. But okay. Anyways, let's go ahead and do my intro for YouTube.
Hello, everyone.
Whoops. Okay. Okay, alright. Do I want to move myself up a little bit so I don't block the subtitles? Yeah, maybe I should do that. Okay. Alright. Let's go. You forgot the intro part? Yes, I'm doing that. Turn off captions? I feel like it's good to have the captions on though, so that, you know, people, in case like the audio is not working, people can still see it. Yeah, I think, honestly, I will leave the captions on unless, like, they're really bothering people. Let's force Dodo to play Aulus jungle and I'll play Marcel, lol. Okay, anyways, YouTube time. Okay, yo peeps, stuff here. As per usual, we are going to be reacting to the brand new Aulus Revamp. I am late. This came out nearly a week ago. Sue me. But I'm finally gonna be reacting to it now. As usual, I've not seen anything about his skills or his update at all, so this will be a fresh analysis and reaction. And also, I am very sad. Let's all press F in the comments for our old, angry, teeny Irish man. Rip Aulus, gone too soon. I don't know who this new guy is, but he does not have the aura of our tiny bearded man. F's in the chat. Okay, let's go ahead and see what they have done to Aulus.
Hello, everyone.
Hold on, might be a bit loud. Okay.
We're excited to introduce our latest hero revamp, Aulus, the Warrior of Ferocity.
Is the narrator different? That sounds like a different narrator. Where's the old narrator? Did they replace him too? Hi, I miss... Dude! This guy does not have the same aura as old Aulus, man. At least give him a beard. Honestly, he would probably look better if they let him have a beard too. Just give him a beard, dude. Just commit. Man looks like a Pokemon.
The new Aulus now has better AoE.
Aw, man, I miss how fucking cute he was, dude. I usually like model updates, but I've already disliked this from the beginning. To see it now is like, hi, my tiny old man with the big axe. Okay.
along with control immunity and additional mobility. Combined with the movement speed boost from his ultimate, he can now easily chase down enemies.
I can see the Hinokami Kagura, that's for sure.
Warrior of Ferocity, Aulus.
Alright. Let's see what you got, new Aulus.
Passive. Fighting Spirit.
Let me move my camera for
Aulus
this.
is stacking passive that makes him stronger as fights go on.
Okay.
Now, whenever Aulus...
Dude, his axe doesn't even look as good as Aulus's axe, dude. I'm sorry, I need to stop complaining. No, I'm not gonna stop complaining.
Deals damage to any unit, he gains 1 stack of
Any
fighting
unit.
Spirit per second.
So including
that increases
minions,
his attack speed.
then.
At full stacks, his basic attacks become enhanced, dealing AoE damage on hit.
That's interesting. So I was wondering if that was a skill when I saw it earlier. So that is his max stack attack. It's a very long reach for a basic attack, but it's also a straight line. Which is going to make it kind of awkward, but it basically means whenever they show who he works the best with, it is going to be heroes like Tigreal, Atlas, that can group, Sora, Moskov as well. Anyone that can pile people in a line, Arlet. I mean, I think any of these heroes will probably be the ones he works with, because this is a straight line attack. So he needs enemies to be grouped up. If you just walk to the side behind the person he's attacking, then this doesn't do much, which is a bit interesting.
First skill, Aulus, charge!
This is a new narrator,
Aulus's
dude.
first skill can now grant control immunity.
Or is it? No. Because hold on. The narrator still has the same cadence as the old Hero Spotlight narrator, but his pitch is higher. Is it the same guy, but they for some reason raised his pitch? Or is it a new guy that pronounces things surprisingly similar to the old guy? Huh. Who knows? But wait, does that mean that he doesn't have the level 4, level 8, level 12 axe upgrades? Because that used to be part of his passive. Does he not have like the axe upgrade every 4 levels anymore? I feel like they would have described it if he does. Or maybe it's part of his ult now? I guess we'll wait. I guess we'll watch and see.
Dive the backline more easily.
CC immune! Damn, that's a long CC immune. Hold on.
Kill can now grant control immunity, allowing him to...
So he does need to charge up for a while, but then it also lasts for a pretty good time.
Dive
Okay,
the backline more
that's
easily.
very good.
When casting his first skill, Aulus gains movement speed and starts charging up. During this time, if he is not hit by high-level CC, such as freeze, petrify...
Oh, so he can be cancelled, but it needs to be high-level CC to cancel. Interesting. Oh, it wasn't his passive, that was part of the ult. Okay, so we'll wait for the ult to see if he still has it. The upgraded axe thing. But CC immune, as we all know, is highly valuable, especially for a jungler, because it allows you to contest neutral objectives more easily. Having it be that long is also very effective. But it looks like it is balanced out by the fact that you can cancel it. However, you cannot cancel it with regular stuns. It does need to be high level CC. So freeze, petrify, suppression, knock up, airborne. Right? These are the only ways that you can stop him from actually hitting CC immunity. I imagine if you stun him, he probably won't be able to move, but his cast bar will still finish. And then once it finishes, then he becomes CC immune. And if there's any duration remaining on the stun he was hit by, he will just cleanse it. I think that's probably how it works.
Or suppress, he will gain control immunity for a set duration afterward. While the first skill is active, Aulus also automatically gains stacks of Fighting Spirit. Second.
Airborne is not high level CC, wasn't it? Or did they change that some time back? Maybe they did. I don't remember. I'm old. I'm like old Aulus. That's why I like him, you know? I'm not like these young people these days. I'm like the old man.
Skill. The power of Axe. We've added a movement component to Aulus's second skill, allowing him to chase or retreat more easily. When using his second skill, Aulus cleaves in a fan-shaped area, dealing physical damage and slowing enemies. If this hits an enemy, the skill can be used again to leap forward and smash the ground. dealing physical damage to nearby enemies.
So one of the big issues with Aulus in the past was that his mobility was just really terrible. The only thing he had was his skill 1 speed up. Then he didn't have any other dashes, he had no CC immunity, and he needed to be up in people's faces auto-attacking to do damage. All of that put together just meant Aulus was never good to play in any capacity. Now he's got CC immunity, now he has a dash on his skill 2. It's not perfectly accessible, but it seems easy enough to use, especially since his skill 1 fan seems to be very big, naturally. Okay.
Ultimate cleaving axe.
Oh my... Dude, it's fucking Tanjiro. You guys said this before I started reacting to the video that it looked like Hinokami Kagura. And I was like wondering like, okay, how much could it look like Hinokami Kagura? That is fucking Hinokami Kagura. Like seriously. So that is honestly cool. That is a big AoE, and it looks like it can deal a lot of damage. I will have a lot of fun playing with that. But if you're going to do this sort of shit, just give it to a new hero. And let us keep Aulus. Let us keep old Aulus. Make this guy a new hero. Aulus 2. Just give him a new name. He doesn't need to be a descendant or a disciple or some shit. Just make a new hero. Everyone would be happy. Yeah.
Aulus' ultimate now deals continuous AoE damage in a large
But that
area.
is a lot of damage,
Aulus
honestly.
repeatedly swings his axe, dealing
Is he
physical
CC
damage.
immune? He's not CC immune. It doesn't look like he's CC immune when he's casting it. So this can probably be cancelled?
Around him. At the end of these swings, he briefly
he does have CC immune on the very end, the final blow. So you can probably cancel if he's still in his initial phase, but then he becomes CC immune at some point. So he's got quite a bit of CC immunity actually.
Charges to unleash a final blow, dealing high damage in a large area. Aulus also gains damage reduction and movement speed during this move.
Okay, damage reduction, movement speed, that makes sense. I'm actually surprised they gave him CC immunity as well. Like, you definitely would want movement speed and damage reduction since he's gonna be locked into the animation for a very long time. And even if the AoE is quite big, it is still melee. So you do need some defensive measures to make sure you can actually get the entire thing out. It can be used to escape, it looks like. Because it does give you that movement speed. What's the cooldown on it? 40 seconds at level 3. I assume this is with no items. So if you go into like the typical sustained fighter CDR build, this probably goes down to about 30 seconds. Which is on the longer end, surprisingly, for fighters. Because there's a lot of fighters that have their ultimate on a much lower cooldown than this. And they're stronger. Sora, for example. But I think this is a perfectly fine cooldown. 30 seconds is usually the boundary where you will have it for most fights. And you can still use it if you need to like run away and stuff. Okay, so it's a very straightforward kit. It's got more AoE, more CC immune. It makes him a lot easier to play. Aulus was already one of the heroes that was designed to be kind of easy to play because he just like skills and then he whacks you. But he was very weak because of his simplicity and not having much in his kit. They haven't increased the difficulty of his gameplay, but they've given him more tools and they've just buffed up a lot of shit. Which is good. He seems strong, but not terribly overpowered. It depends on numbers. This is very much a numbers hero. Because his skills on paper don't seem OP, he can be cancelled even with all the CC immunity, and he is still kind of a melee right clicker. So he has weaknesses associated with that archetype. But it depends on how much damage he does, like how well itemization translates into DPS, because that will determine how OP he actually is.
Charges to unleash up, gains damage.
Okay, so let's have a look.
When ganking in the early game, use Aulus' first skill for movement speed and control immunity to quick.
It does kind of look like the axe upgrades a bit, right? But yeah, the ultimate didn't have an axe upgrade component. So I guess the axe doesn't get like increased range or auto or attack speed or all that stuff that old Aulus used to get anymore. It just comes with it from the beginning. Okay.
Close in on the target. Then use his second skill to slow them while weaving in basic attacks. Use his second skill again to stay on the target, and activate his ultimate to chase while dealing damage, then finish them off with his enhanced basic attacks.
Personally, I don't think that was a very efficient rotation. I don't think you should be using your ultimate that early. But yeah, look, at level 1, his ultimate cooldown is something like, what, 44, 45 seconds? So yeah, it goes down to about 38 at level 3, which is actually fairly high for what it is. Again, Sora's ults are shorter cooldown than this. But okay, okay.
In team fights, use Aulus's first skill to gain movement speed and control immunity to quickly enter the fray. Use his second skill set.
This is really fudging long CC immunity, isn't it? Like, this is long. That's what she said. But
speed and control.
Hold on, I'm gonna count this.
To quickly enter
1,
the fray.
2,
use his second skill,
3,
second cast to get onto key.
About 3 or 4 seconds of full CC immunity. That's a long time. And then he has an extra bit of CC immunity on his ultimate as well. There's not a lot of heroes that get this much CC immunity. The only one that had it before was like heroes like Guinevere, who need to be staying still in order to get use of it from her ult, or Grok when he was first revamped, and they nerfed him because he had too much CC immunity. So this is definitely going to be nerfed at some point, unless Aulus is still plagued by the issues of melee damage dealer.
Then activate his ultimate and stay on them for continuous damage. Finally, use his enhanced basic attacks to clean up the battlefield.
I will say, as a fighter main myself, he looks very fun to play. Right? I hate his design. But as a fighter main, he looks very fun to play. I really wish they made him a new hero instead of replacing Aulus. Just revamp Aulus properly and make this guy a new hero. Is that so difficult?
Control immunity and excellent chase
capability. Oh yeah, Lucas. Lucas had the highest CC immunity before that was nerfed as well. So I feel like he's probably gonna get nerfed at some point.
However, Aulus lacks reliable self-healing and CC.
Whoa, hold on, what's that? Does he have his own item, or is this like just a special logo they give War Axe when he buys it? What is that? I hope they explain that. Lacks self-healing and CC. Obviously he lacks CC. He used to have a slow on his ultimate, now he doesn't even have that. He's just pure damage. Actually no, he does still have slows on his skill 1, skill 2. But not as consistent. Okay. They revamped War Axe? I hope not. I hope this is specifically when Aulus buys it. Because I'm gonna tell you now, I don't think this looks as good as old War Axe. It doesn't fit the art style. Please tell me this is only when Aulus buys it, or it's only for the hero spotlight. Because old War Axe looks way better than this.
So, learn when to prep his first skill to avoid the enemy's initial wave of CC. Upgrade.
It is new War Axe. The fudge. Oh man, Aulus, they've ruined you. It's hybrid lifesteal now? Oh, okay.
Aulus' second skill at level 1 and continue to prioritize upgrading it, as the second skill is his primary.
Damn, that's satisfying though. Holy shit, that's satisfying.
With his second skill enables a
By the way, you guys did ask me before I started reacting to this hero spotlight whether I have played Aulus before. Yes, I actually used to really enjoy playing Aulus. There was a very short time when Aulus was actually kind of meta. But I played him even before that because he was very brain dead to play and very satisfying because he just twacked people with his axe. And also he was a tiny old grumpy bearded old man. So yes, I did like Aulus, and I was waiting for them to change him up so that he would be good to use again. But this is what happened instead.
Use, providing additional mobility to chase down enemies or disengage.
So they're saying he doesn't have lifesteal, which is curious. You would think he does.
Even more mobility to chase down targets with ease. Aulus's first skill will refresh the duration of his passive.
Okay.
So use it during combat to keep his stacks up.
Okay, that's actually very useful. Yeah, because you get stacks when you use skill 1. So it's not difficult to keep this stacked up. And Ray mentioned that it has the passive of War Axe. Indeed, you can see here he's got the War Axe passive, and then he has his own passive. So he does have double War Axe, which adds up to pretty crazy numbers. I can see why they didn't give him crowd control, because if he had crowd control on top of these numbers, we would have a problem.
We recommend this fighter emblem for Aulus with Thrill, Seasoned Hunter, and Warcry.
Warcry makes sense.
Thrill grants bonus attack to help with
Warcry is definitely the way to go, I would think. Are there any other options? He's definitely a damage dude. Warcry is the way. You could make an argument for Weakness Finder, but it feels a bit weird. I don't think his attack speed is quite fast enough for that. Impure Rage, maybe, but not really. Quantum Charge, kind of unnecessary. Warcry is still better. You could build him a little bit more bruiser-ish with Concussive, but then he steals most of his damage through auto attacks anyway, so you may as well go Warcry. I'm pretty sure Warcry is just like the emblem to go on Aulus. I don't really see any reason to go anything else. No, not Brave Smite either. It doesn't seem like he scales with lifesteal. Yeah, I think it is just Warcry.
Boosts his damage against creeps. Aulus is a hero who ramps up
I think they've kept Aulus very straightforward still. To keep his identity as just like a very simple fighter to play.
With Festival of Blood for the spell vamp to have better sustain in lane.
They actually changed War Axe, dude.
Aulus, you should balance sustained damage with survivability.
So on one hand, I actually like that they're keeping it lore accurate by saying, hey, War Axe is Aulus's weapon. I don't know how other heroes would be buying his weapon when he's holding it, but I do like that they're keeping it lore accurate. What I don't like is, old War Axe just looks better. Surely this could have been designed a little bit nicer. It doesn't have the same like art quality, right? It looks a little more cartoony than the typical items, and that feels very jarring.
Which is why we recommend this build. War Axe and Brute Force Breastplate are his core items. War Axe is Aulus's signature weapon.
So yeah, 100% War Axe. He's literally holding it. There's no reason to not go War Axe first item. Brute Force makes sense, you want to be in the middle of the fight. And then yeah, this looks to be your typical bruiser frontline, so it's a very similar build you might see on Fighter Freya, not Gold Freya. Gold Freya built slightly differently. But this is your typical bruiser style if you want your hero to somewhat tanky but still do good damage. So Brute Force, Rose Gold, Malefic, Queen's Wings makes a lot of sense. Could you go Oracle? Maybe not necessary, but it's possible. Defensive items if necessary depending on the game. Are there any other damage items that he could go? Maybe not. Demon Hunter's Sword if you're against really tanky dudes, but then you may as well go see Halberd. And then I wonder if Golden Staff would be a funny way of doing things, but then his passive stacks are really easy to get now that it's 6 and it's from doing damage to anything. So I think this is a pretty simple build, and you might switch up a little bit depending on the tankiness of your team and the enemy team, but yeah, this is pretty straightforward.
And its stacking effect is easily triggered by his first skill. Brute Force Breastplate also features a stacking effect, which perfectly fits Aulus's sustained damage playstyle.
War Axe Brute Force is 100% though.
Well with
I think you will never go a game without War Axe Brute
attacks
Force.
And sustained damage, and the shields help against burst damage. Finally, round out the build with Malefic Roar and Queen's Wings to further boost his damage and survivability. When playing Aulus in the EXP lane, the focus shifts to maximizing his damage, so we recommend this build. Based on the previous build, swap Tough
They
Boots
basically
for
changed
boots
nothing.
to increase physical defense. Swap Queen's Wings
There's
for
not
Sea
much
Halberd
difference.
to
I did mention that Sea Halberd would be good if the enemy team is tanky, so yeah, that makes sense. But I think you would still go Tough Boots. I think there's no reason to not go Tough Boots. You want to be in the front line. Warrior boots helps if the enemy team is all physical damage, then yeah, sure, go warrior shoes. But otherwise, tough boots, you know. As a fighter, as a tank, as most heroes in the game, tough boots are great.
Counter enemies with high lifesteal, while also boosting Aulus's overall damage output.
Battle spells is of course retry if you
We
jungle.
recommend the Retribution battle spell for Aulus. Aulus can freely use his first skill
And then
while
like
traversing the
flicker.
jungle. We also recommend the Vengeance battle spell
Vengeance
for Aulus
is okay. I think it's a bit
Since his
strange
passive
to go
needs time to
Vengeance, but
stack
if
up,
you
Vengeance
want to be your
allows
team's
Aulus
front
to
line,
do
then
so
Vengeance is
more
the way to
safely
go.
when laning.
Do you need sprint? You probably don't need sprint. You already have speed up. Flicker is obviously always good. Probably not Purify. I think if you need Purify, you shouldn't be picking Aulus. So yeah, it's retry for jungle, and then Vengeance or Flicker for non-jungle. Anything else? Could he go Revitalize, I wonder? Tank Aulus, Revitalize? No, but he has no CC. If you're picking Aulus, you need to play him damage, because he just doesn't have crowd control to like make sense of him playing tank. So yeah. Okay, let's have a look at this. They have avoided the group of heroes. I feel like they're doing this on purpose now. They hear like, hey, Sdafha keeps saying that we're putting up like Tigreal Atlas and stuff on every hero. So maybe we should stop doing that. Obviously, it makes sense that as a fighter, he works well with these healer types, right? Angela Aulus is going to be a pain in the ass because he's already difficult enough to lock down. Like, having extra shield on top of all of that is annoying AF. He obviously still works well with any groupers. Tigreal Atlas, Sora will still work well with him. Counters squishy, low mobility backline heroes that he can easily dive and don't have a lot of crowd control that he needs to worry about. Makes sense. Countered by heroes with suppression like Franco and Kaja. Melissa, because she can pop a shield and then he can't get close to her, but he is technically CC immune during skill 1 for quite a long time, so he might still be able to do stuff with that. And then Karina, because she can block basic attacks, which means that yes, all of his attacks are basic attacks. They don't like convert into skill damage for whatever reason. Which makes me wonder why they recommended going Festival of Blood, because it doesn't seem like he would heal. I guess from his ult, right? He would probably get a good amount of healing from his ult. But yeah, it's a bit curious.
Aulus' strong engage and sustained combat capabilities, along with his control immunity, makes him a good counter to squishy, low mobility heroes like Hanabi, Mia, and Gord. Since Aulus' damage relies on landing his enhanced basic attacks, heroes who can keep him at bay and avoid them are a tough matchup, such as Franco, Melissa, and Karina.
Yeah.
Aulus is a dive fighter, and he thrives with reliable
yeah, he probably heals up quite a bit from his ult. Guys, I want someone to Angela me later.
Clear the jungle to
Let's
reach
go whack
4
people
and unlock Aulus's ultimate, significantly enhancing his combat effectiveness.
Okay, so let's talk about his early game, right? I think Aulus will still face the same issues as before. He has no crowd control. He has barely any sustain. So before level 4, his jungling is probably okay in terms of clear, but not very good at handling invades. Right? It doesn't look like his HP is that high as well, so it's probably still quite easy to invade him. He's a little better at fighting early compared to old Aulus, because old Aulus literally cannot do anything at level 1 and 2. This Aulus can still do something, but it's mostly damage, and it's not going to be very high in the early game, which means he's still vulnerable to being ganked and jungle, so you need to have the right roam and mid combo to take advantage of it. He has speed up, so his rotation's not bad. He should be able to contest neutral objectives quite easily as a jungler, since he's got so much CC immunity. Doesn't seem too vulnerable to assassins, since even though his HP is low, it's typical fighter level, but you will be weak against assassins with invisibility and high mobility, because like if Gushin or Harley start dashing around, even if you try to chase after them, there's probably ways for them to escape. So he is still a weaker early game jungler, which means to me, I don't think he's going to end up being played that much. Because nowadays, early game meta is very, very important, right? A lot of games are being decided by how much of a lead you have early game. And Aulus, while he is able to snowball, doesn't offer the same kind of utility as other weaker early game junglers, right? Like, if we compare him to Yi Sun-shin, for example, both are farming style junglers that aren't very good at handling invades early, but Yi Sun-shin still has dashes, right? And Yi Sun-shin has very good scaling, plus ultimates that give vision and mobility and stun. And Aulus doesn't have any of that. He's just straight up damage. He's very brain dead still. So I think that he won't be particularly meta, but he will have niche usage under specific conditions. In fact, I feel like there's a chance we don't actually see him much in pro play unless the meta really shifts into like sustained scaling fighters for some reason. AKA, if the meta shifts into Freya, Aulus is probably not a bad alternative. Which makes me wonder if you could play Aulus Gold, right? The problem is, Aulus Gold means he can farm safer, but he's not good at poking. Freya's very good at farming lane because she can dive marksmen quite easily, even at early levels, and Aulus doesn't have that same ability. So he's still probably a jungler, but he's a weaker early game jungler, so you need to make sure you have a strong mid duo to pair with him. That's my opinion.
When ganking, use Aulus's first skill in advance to gain.
Ray says Aulus is kind of mid. He's got damage sustain, but not good against those with good disengage. Yeah, I agree.
Catch enemies off guard.
Like, Aulus is 100% not catching heroes like Claude or Hayabusa or all that.
Charge into the battle, then use the leap from his second skill to get onto the enemy's core heroes and chase them down with his ultimate.
One thing you have to note, normally in these showcases, the hero that they're showcasing is buffed to hell and wipes out the enemy team very easily, right? So that they can show like, hey, this hero is strong. You will notice they tried to do that here. He is level 14 when the entire enemy team is level 12. And it looks like he has most of his items already based on the item bar. Despite all of that,
swiftly charge into the battle, then use the leap from his second skill to get
his ultimate
onto the enemy's core heroes and chase them.
Was not able to one-shot Popple and Koopa, 2 levels lower than him and probably behind in items. Therefore, Aulus might still be in the territory of like not very good. He also has 19 kills and he's not able to one-shot Popple and Koopa with his full ultimate, with no CC, right? So that's something to keep in mind.
Down with his ultimate. Revamped Aulus arrives on April 22nd and will be 30% off during launch week. From April 22nd to the 28th, get his Berserker skin for just 51 diamonds.
By the way, I saw all of Aulus's updated skins, right? I saw a post where they shared all of the updated skins flash arts for new Aulus. He only has one face. He has no different expression. It's worse than old Aulus, who was generally angry all the time. Even old Aulus had different expressions. New Aulus is forever scrunched up into this particular face. Is it just me or does his hand look funny here? I don't know why, it feels like his hand looks funny here. Is that how you would normally hold an axe? I don't think that's how you would normally hold an axe.
His Baron Pioneer skin will also be...
Like, look at this! Dude! Oh my god, dude. This was such a good skin for Aulus. The fucking pink cat paw skin for old grumpy Scottish Aulus was so good. And now it looks like this. Why is he so angry all the time? Like, come on, dude. Can he be not angry?
% off. That's all for now. And until next time, we'll be seeing you in the Land of Dawn.
Like, I know old Aulus was angry most of the time, but it was a different kind of angry, you know? Aulus was grumpy. Right? He was a battle-hardened veteran, so he was clearly grumpy a lot of the time. But he still had that old man feel of like, oh, he's grumpy, but he's probably got a soft spot underneath. New Aulus is like, what's happening with him, you know? But I digress. So, final thoughts about Aulus's revamp. Give me back my old man. Separate from that. I feel like new Aulus will probably still not be very good. Like, meta-wise, I feel like new Aulus is still not the best because he still falls under the category of basic attack fighter. He's got more crowd control, which is great. His ultimate is a big AoE and doesn't rely on basic attacks, but is still slower, right? It's not that good of a burst because high mobility heroes can still get away from him. He's got no crowd control, his sustain is low, which means that he plays like a marksman in the melee range, and every hero that plays like that is not good, except Freya, because at least she can keep herself alive. Even this basic foundational issue already leads me to believe like Aulus is not gonna have a very good time. He's definitely better than old Aulus because he's got more tools and stuff. But in this meta, a weaker early game jungler that wants to scale but doesn't offer the same amount of damage output and utility as heroes like Yi Sun-shin are kind of unlikely to be picked up. I do think he looks fun to play. As a fighter main, he looks fun to play. I will definitely play him, and I'll probably play him a lot too, if I can help it. But from a pro play perspective, I don't think we'll see him very much. Now, I could be wrong. There could be like a specific situation where Aulus is particularly good in the current meta after the new patch, because I haven't reviewed the patch yet. There's also a possibility that his numbers are so busted that he's just meta regardless, right? That's always a possibility. But from his kit design alone, he's still plagued by a lot of the issues that old Aulus has. And while they have fixed some of it, it doesn't change the fact that from a game design perspective, MLBB is not kind to this type of hero. So I don't think we'll see him much. I could be wrong, but those are my thoughts. As per usual, thank you very much everyone for watching. If you're watching this video on YouTube, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye bye. Okay, that's it for the YouTube section. We are done. I don't know if I'll edit this, I'll be honest. I'm so lazy these days. I want a game. But I will try my best. Bye-bye video. Okay, so that is our Aulus reaction. Yeah, I want my old man. I want my old man, dude. Hi. Hi. Dude, I wouldn't be mad if they just made new Aulus a new hero, right? Like, we already have heroes with direct connection. If you're gonna make a new hero who is like the student of old Aulus, why not? Let old Aulus exist alongside his student. That's fun. That's interesting. Why you have to replace him? Comparatively, how much of the video was you complaining? This is the most I've complained ever. You can bet I will still be complaining. If Aulus does show up in MPL, I will complain. His passive numbers make him strong enough? Really? I don't know. I would rate him as EXP or jungler because just look at current junglers and EXP heroes. I agree, Harsha. But I feel like he's still not as good as others. Like, he's not gonna be able to outtrade, like, Yuzong EXP, right? He's gonna have a hard time against Yuzong EXP. I don't think he can beat Glue. I don't think he can. Like, he can probably trade okay against Lapu, but when Lapu hits level 4, then Lapu will probably beat him. Right? So he loses the most EXP laners in the meta. And then in the jungle, he's gonna be so easy to invade at level 1 unless you have the right heroes. And you generally don't want to pick something like that unless it gives you the right returns. Like Yi Sun-shin, for example. And even then, Yi Sun-shin can kind of handle himself even early on. So, He has 10% max HP damage for basic. Really? Damn. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Ray said something earlier, right? He applied for the MPLPH talent search. Sent something on DC. Oh. I find it funny that MPLPH is still doing talent searches and we've just stopped doing them for MPLMY for some reason. Like, I don't really know why we've stopped doing talent searches. I feel like we could still use new talents, especially for English. But then again, it's kind of hard to find English talents here in MY. We've tried, and we've failed. So maybe that's why. Brigida saying Raging Sanford instead of Raging Sandstorm. Honestly, I think that's just funny. Okay, let's connect my phone and now we can go through the patch notes. Oh, Ray, you want a review of your casting, is it? Nowadays I kind of wonder if I can really give proper casting advice. Hold on. As usual, my shit is crashing. You're getting interviewed. Actually, what is their process over there in MPLPH? I don't know if they have a different process from us. Not to mention that we haven't done it in so long that I don't even know if I remember our old process. I only remember my process. And mine wasn't particularly complicated because, well, I joined quite early on. So I doubt they really put a lot of emphasis on that yet. You guys can hear me furiously attempting to get my mirroring software to start. Old Aulus better? I agree. Leo and Suyo will eat Aulus in the jungle? Yeah, honestly. With the right combo, you have 5 seconds of CC immunity. That's a little bit broken, though. Yes, it is broken. The problem is, it depends on what you can do with 5 seconds of CC immunity. Aulus can run at you and whack you with 5 seconds. Yes, for sure. But that's it. Right? That's all he can do, compared to some other CC immune heroes. Okay, hold on. Shall we have a quick look at Ray's casting? Maybe he can get everyone's input here as well, right? We can get the input of the Dodo audience because we've got multiple nationalities here. Hold on.
Demon Kai taking control of the turtles.
Alright, let's have a look at... Okay, it's 3 minutes long. Yeah, we can have a look at that. Why not? Why not? Looks like I'm the only one who likes the new guy. Give him a chance, he is trying. Which new guy? Aulus? Could he also try not to be angry? Okay, let's have a look at Ray's thing. It's not like Lapu's CC immunity. Yeah, Lapu's CC immunity is dangerous, man. His ult can do some crazy damage in a short time. Okay, let's have a look.
Demon Kai taking control of the turtles. Sanford and JP spotting on Edward. Yue flickering out here already. Carl TZ getting the stun. Final flash coming in for Sanford. RWM from Yue. Beautiful position. Carl TZ still gets out of harm's way. The turtle 50%. Edward flickering in. Jumping on people. Winning further pursuit. Sanford. He gets taken out with the first blood. Edward taken out as well. Demon Kai still getting to secure onto the turtle. Light with an AOG. Taking out the goat. 2 for 1 in favor of Aurora. Aurora's trying to waste no time. Trying to get into...
Are you recording this in a place where you can't be fully loud? It sounds like you're recording this in a place where you can't go like 100% or someone will report you. Just an observation. Because yeah, it was late night, right? I can tell. Just from listening to it, I can kind of tell, like, this is recorded in a place where you can't shout. But okay.
To the turtle, but Sanford already getting some information.
Personally, my recommendation to you, if you're going to submit this, you should try to find somewhere where you can go all out. Because people will notice that, and they will not give you the same benefit of the doubt that I do. They will know that you are holding back your volume, but they will not know why. They will think that, like, oh, is he gonna do that on livecast? You know? If you haven't submitted this yet, I would recommend recording it where you can actually go all out.
JP spotting light. Every single member of both teams are already in the bottom side of the map. Looking at the turtle, 50% HP. Edward jumping in front of pursuit. UA with RWM knocked up by the final slash on Sanford, but he eventually gets taken out. Cartese in trouble. He still walks out, but there's the full barrage and the AOG coming in from light with a double kill. Sadly, has to ultimate out of here. Edward does a knock up, but the third aggro going out to UA. Beautiful time coming in for Aurora to win this fight. But gaming has.
You did, and you will get interviewed. Okay, fair enough. I think it's still okay volume-wise. I like the shifts in it. Like, obviously Ray is someone who watches a lot of casting, right? Ray knows how to cast. He knows what casting is supposed to sound like. So you get, like, I like the variance in pitch and intonation. You can tell that there's parts where he slows down and speeds up, which is very necessary. But yeah, the energy is probably my biggest issue. It is probably because you're holding back your volume a little bit, but there are times where your tone feels a bit flat for a bit long. And people notice that. Ray has casted before, no? Yeah, he has. That's why I say, like, he watched casting, he's done casting, man knows what he's supposed to do. Maybe not in MPL, but he's casted other tournaments. I blame late night, yeah.
Been completely systematic in this game, pushing the advantages with the 5k gold lead. Looking at the frontliners right now, Edward and Light. Catching 4 people, spotting 4 people. I'm not sure if Team Liquid Philippines wants to contest this, but Cartese is still relatively healthy. Team Kai getting the taunt onto the goat. Looking at the Lord, it's 4 digits. Right now, Sanford still trying to go in. SOD is connected. Demon Kite actually falls. And Light as well. UM, Doming Kite, RWM in full barrage in full tandem. Triple kill for Doming. Oheb falls. Make that a maniac for Pal Doming. Real world barrage. This is how team fighting from Aurora Gaming Philippines works, because this is the premise of trying to hold Team Liquid Philippines into a box, forcing them into a box with the 3 frontliners to give the space for the Ixia and the Eve to get their ultimates in for that huge damage. This is why Aurora Gaming Philippines has been winning in those team fights, a gold lead and a huge amount of kills as well to boot. Meanwhile, Aurora trying to have control onto the Lord, opting for a reset, but still under 50% HP. Oheb getting the basic attacks in. Light and Edward trying to front on everything. Sanford gets a final slash, double knockout coming in from JP. RWM used up as well, the full barrage. Demon Kite still getting the Lord. Look at the damage coming from Demon Kite. JP falls. Trying to look for another, and it's Sanford the next one. Team Liquid Philippines is down 3 members. This is looking absolutely bad for Team Liquid Philippines. No more major crowd control. Aurora already taking down middle inhibitor. Now redirecting onto the bottom lane. You gotta make sure Team Liquid Philippines base is completely nude. Oheb is still their main damage dealer. Already buying the Malefic gun, but there's another full barrage coming from Dom and Kite. Oheb falls as Cartese as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Aurora Gaming is the first team to shine their light in the world stage.
Okay, so, you have all the foundations down, for sure. Like, I don't doubt that. I don't think any of us doubt that would be the case. You know what you're supposed to do. You've casted before. You've watched plenty of casting. You work under Leo. You know the basics of what you're supposed to do. And I think you have pretty good, like, control of even some of the more advanced techniques of casting, which is pitch control, intonation, speed up, slow down. So under most circumstances, this would be enough to get your foot through the door. Like, this already makes you better than a good majority of casters that are trying to, you know, get into the industry because, you know, you have the experience. If we are talking about specifically if we're gonna talk about the criticism though, the volume I've already highlighted. I don't think I need to mention that anymore. I do feel like if you were going to submit this for an audition, it would have been best to submit a video where you actually could go all out. I don't know whether they'll be lenient with you in the interview when you explain that. I guess they'll probably be somewhat okay since you've been in the community long enough that they can probably accept that. So I'll leave the volume aside. For me, the big issue is the transitioning of energy. I think the most obvious thing from the multiple play-by-plays that we saw in that clip is the transitioning of energy. I like that there is variance in your tone and your speed, but I think it is missing the logic of why, as well as the in-between. There are certain points where you are talking slow when you should be speeding up. There are certain points where you are speeding up when you should be talking slow, which results in a weird dichotomy where the consistency is a little bit missing. Besides that, I do like the way that you add comments. I would like to say that newer casters usually don't do this, but there's no reason for me to bring that up because I don't think Ray is a newer caster. But I guess as a general topic, as a general comment, a lot of newer casters hesitate to throw opinion into their play-by-play. They're constantly thinking like, oh, I need to be talking about the game, I need to be talking about the players. A lot of newer casters are hesitant to say things like, oh, that was bad. Right? That's a very simple, like, in case anyone was wondering what I meant by sharing opinion during the play-by-play, it's things like saying, oh, that was not good for this team. Or like, I think this, that sort of thing. People tend to be hesitant to say that, especially early on when they're starting to cast, because it's not very by the book. But Ray does it because, you know, he has experience, and again, he's watched plenty of us do it, so he knows that you should do that to inject some personality. But yeah, for me, there needs to be a better transitioning of energy. I feel like there is a lack of suspense. I think, okay, in simple layman terms, I think oftentimes your build-up to the fight is lacking suspense. Some of those fights had it, some of those fights did not have it. Which is why I brought up the consistency thing earlier, right? Whereas, like, why did some things have it and some things not have it? Ray, go to a metro station and re-record it with the highest potential. Why a metro station, of all things? To be fair, they do not want to get bashed. Exactly. You are exactly correct, Jero. That is the reason why most new casters don't do it. They don't want to, like, say something wrong. So it's better to stick to what they know is safe and correct. I don't blame people for doing it. I did it for a very long time. Right? I think you guys can probably tell from me that I did it for a very long time as well. So I do not judge people for doing that. Ray does not do that, so that, like, so that's good. I did question those do they want to fights and turret aggro type shit. Yes, I did focus on play-by-play. Maybe things would be different if I had a partner where the jump comes in. Yes, but it is definitely possible to do the jump yourself. It is very, very possible to do the jump yourself. I could probably even demonstrate using the same clips. I think casting is a very interesting art because there's just so many ways that you can do it. T-shirts are not very good at cleaning glasses, guys. Your variance in speed is not bad. I think your variance in pitch still needs some work. Let your voice flow a bit more. It's not just because it's subdued due to the volume. It is like, let your voice play with itself. Alright? Allow it to morph and jump and blob around if necessary. That's how you can get the feel out. Dude felt like his abstract casted Cambodia playoffs last season. He's alone. I think most casters start by casting alone. I started casting alone. Mirko's hype moments are so good. Yeah, Mirko knows how to control things very well. Dodo's play-by-play is best. Thank you, sir. Hopefully immersion is enough since it's specifically a talent academy. Yeah. Man, I wish we had stuff like that. PH is still doing like their talent academy stuff and we've stopped doing it for a long time. Okay. This is a fairly sizable patch from what I can see. So I am gonna go to the bathroom first to make sure I don't have to do it midway. I will be right back. Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into the patch note review. But once we're done with this, if you guys want, I can actually like show you guys some things in terms of like casting. Cause like when Darren and Kuro have redeemed hydration. Okay, sure. Yeah, it's been. Remember how back in the day I used to do some like casting class streams? And now Kai has redeemed hydration. You guys. Yeah. Like back in the day I used to do like casting class streams. I think I probably still have the notes somewhere here and there. Doing the analysis for Ray makes me wanna show you guys a little bit. Like offer some comparison. I would love to see Dodo, Mirko, and Trex casting together. I have casted with Trex and I've casted with Mirko. Have I casted with both of them? Probably not. I don't think I have. Cause at MWI, when I was doing MWI, our cast was me, Leo, Chiros, and Trex. So Mirko wasn't there. And then when I did M6 wildcards, Trex was not involved yet. I think he was only there for the main stage. So yeah, I haven't casted with both of them at the same time. And I think it's kind of difficult too. I think it's quite unlikely for you to see me, Mirko, and Trex on the same desk. Because we do not fulfill the roles necessary. Right? Like, I think all of us are mostly play-by-play color. So, we need like an analyst. I guess Trex can do analysis. I'm not sure, actually. It's not impossible, but it seems a little unlikely. Not to mention that they still don't really get me much for international events, so me. Okay, anyways. I want to spend my dollars on more things. I keep saying that I'm gonna add more channel point rewards, but I just don't really know what to add. Jero thinks Trex lacks game knowledge? You think so? I feel like he's got okay game knowledge. I wouldn't really think I have the best game knowledge either. Like, I still don't really know much about item builds and all that stuff. It sounds like I do. I don't think I do. Okay, anyway. Wolf's game knowledge is the best? Yeah. I mean, there's a reason he became a coach, right? Sunfrost as well. Generally, if a caster can become a coach, their game knowledge is pretty solid. Wolf is god, yes. He emphasizes the micro side of things, but not micro stuff. I mean, generally analysis is more macro than micro. But yeah, anyway, I don't want to delay this too much. It's already 10:40 p.m. I want to make sure that I don't do the patch note until the end of the stream, so we are gonna go ahead and get started with this. As usual, I'm gonna be clipping this out for YouTube as well, so if you guys want to say hi YouTube, now is probably the time to do it. You know what, hold on. I just realized I've been sitting on the patch note screen for so long, it's gonna make it kind of difficult for me to recognize where to start clipping. So I am going to stay on this main screen for a short while so that I can find it more easily when I'm cutting the VOD. And I am also specifically going to stop talking for a short while, because then I can see that there's a part of the VOD where the sound waves are 0. And that'll be a very easy way for me to track where to start. So, I'm gonna be quiet for a few seconds. In fact, I'm gonna mute the game for a few seconds. Well, hopefully that's long enough. I just need a way for me to identify where in the stream to start cutting from. Okay. That should be fine. You guys can do your hi YouTubes again if you want. Anyway, alright, so. Yo peeps, Staffa here. New patch notes just released today. And so it is time for me to go through them, react to them for the first time, and provide my fresh analysis on whether I think the changes are good or bad for both the pro scene and the pub scene. Let's just go ahead and jump into it. It seems like a fairly sizable patch this time around as well, so... From the designers, in this patch we've adjusted the durability of gold lane marksmen based on their early game laning strength and late game power. Those with strong early game laning have lower base durability, while those with high late game mobility have lower durability growth. We've also adjusted base movement speed based on mobility, and adjusted mana costs for most gold lane marksmen so they're closer to the average mana costs. Okay, so I'm assuming that means that this is the patch that modifies a marksman the way they modified mages a while back. Let me turn down the volume as well a bit. Yeah, so I'm gonna assume we're gonna see a lot. I hope we don't see too many stat changes for marksmen, because that's what happened with mages last time. and it was very annoying. Okay, so we've already reacted to Aulus's Hero Spotlight, so I'm not gonna be looking through this now. If you guys want to see that, you guys can check out my other YouTube video. I don't know if I'm gonna release the patch note video or the Hero Spotlight video first. Whichever comes first, check out the other one. Okay. Alright, hero adjustments. Let's have a look. So we got Marcel adjustments. Oh, I heard about this one. We've optimized Marcel's ult to reduce negative effects on his allies. Frozen moment duration has been reduced by 0.1 second, but now allies with Marcel's passive shield are not affected by golden hour. And I was really hoping that they would not post this change. Hello Marui, new viewer, welcome to the channel, thanks for dropping by. Yeah, I was really hoping this change would not be released on the official server. I do not like this change. And I like playing Marcel. But part of the reason why I thought Marcel was a very balanced hero was because his ultimate was very strong but had very big drawbacks, right? It was balanced by the negative points. And they've just basically taken that away. There is a reason why other heroes in other games, like Dota's Faceless Void or League's Bard, don't allow anyone to do anything in these big frozen ultimates, right? For Faceless Void, only he can move in it. For Bard, no one can move in it. There are certain balances to it. Here, they've basically made it so that as long as Marcel gives his passive shield to his allies, which is not difficult to do, he literally just needs to walk up next to them, they can move inside golden hour. I think it's stupid. I don't like it. I really don't like it. It is basically them buffing, like, this is not even an adjustment. They call it an adjustment. This is not an adjustment. This is a buff. It's a very big buff. And it is a buff specifically designed to make sure that players who are not good at Marcel can play Marcel. And I think that's not good. I'm not a fan. Right? Does this make Marcel super OP? Yes! In fact, it makes him basically permabanned because your team has free movement when the enemy team can do nothing about it. I don't like it. It's not a good idea. I loved Marcel when he had really big pros and really big cons. It creates such interesting situations. And now there is no con to using his ultimate. You just drop that shit. Except like if you use it on the enemy crystal or something. Then you still grief. But I don't like it. I don't think it's good. Marcel was perfectly fine. Was he OP? No. Except in the right hands. And I think that is how a hero design should be. They should be balanced except in the hands of certain players where they become OP. Then that's how you get really interesting drafts and ban phases. Because you know that like, hey, this hero is really important for this team but maybe not for this team, right? I'm complaining a lot, but basically, I don't like this. As a Marcel player, I don't like this. But it's a huge buff. And Marcel is basically gonna be permabanned after this. Almost 100%. So yeah, those are my thoughts about Marcel. Daroff buff. That could be nice. Let's see. To save Daroff the trouble of intentionally accumulating rage in mid and late game. To improve Daroff's power curve during the laning phase, we've adjusted his main skill to skill 1. Passive new effect. Recovers rage per second. Ooh. That's kind of interesting. Okay. I kind of like that, actually. Circle strike damage rescaled from 160% to 150, 180%, which means that his late game damage is a little higher. Regen effect is higher as well. Instead of 20 plus 8%, it's 7% to 10%, which is a lot, actually. So Daroff's ability to sustain fight in the late game is not bad. Okay. This already seems like a really good buff for Daroff, actually. Skill 1 cooldown rescaled from 5 seconds to 6 to 4. Base damage increased by 40 at level 1 to 70 at max level. which is a pretty nice buff. Nothing too big, but a pretty nice buff, especially combined with how strong his early laning phase is. That extra 40 damage increases by quite a lot when you take in the armor break that his skill 2 applies. And then his skill 2 cooldown is now 6 seconds. So better early, worse late. This is a pretty good Diraf update, actually. This feels really nice. I wouldn't even call it a quality of life. This is straight up a buff, right? Like, he no longer needs to rely on attacking to get his rage, which is really, really nice. 5% rage per second at late game means that he can get it maxed out in 20 seconds. And we all know that he gets an enhanced skill at half rage bar as well, so that means he only needs 10 seconds out of battle to get an enhanced ability. Really, really good. His passive damage scaling is really good. His regen effect is really good. Yeah, this is really solid. I don't think Diraf will be super meta, but he will be a very solid counter pick, I think, in the EXP lane after this. Will people play him in jungle, I wonder? Maybe not. I think he is more of an EXP laner. Maybe even a counter play gold laner, but a little bit niche, since you would still prefer scaling gold laners like Freya or marksman. But this is really nice. This is a really good Diraf buff. Next up we have a Harif buff. Slightly adjusted Harif's power curve while maintaining his strong early to mid-game performance, enabling him to take on the jungler role. They're making Harif a jungler? I mean, I know he used to be a long time ago. Huh, okay. So, base HP reduced by 20, but HP growth increased by 5. So, he will have more max HP in the end, but he has 2 less base physical defense and 0.5 more physical defense grow. So, Harif will be tankier late game. Which is kind of annoying, because he's already kind of difficult to deal with even now. Skill 1 base damage reduced by 15 early, increased by 10 late. Explosion damage reduced by 45 early, increased by 30 late. I think this is necessary because, like, Synchro Fission's damage at level 1 was ridiculous. And no one could outtrade Harif in the gold lane if he landed his skill 1 properly. So a minus 45 damage early is really nice. In exchange, he gets better late game scaling. And then the skill deals 60% extra damage to creeps. Wow, okay, they're making him a jungler. Damn! Dude. Anytime they give a hero, like, a buff to damage to jungle creeps, it is a very scary thing. There have been many heroes where just from the buff to jungle creep damage became meta. Leomord, for example, became meta after he was buffed in terms of the damage he did to the jungle. So if they're doing it to Harif, 100% he is viable. Just like that. Skill 2 enhanced basic attack damage. Has 35 more flat. 10% more total magic. Wow. So Harif actually just hurts more late game in general. Ultimate slow effect, 50% initial slow, 15% continuous slow, 40% what the fudge? This is a huge buff. This is a big buff. He is straight up bulkier late game, does more damage late game. And his ultimate is now a consistent 40% slow, which is a lot. And he doesn't even need to be played in the jungle. All of this still works if he's gold. In fact, you could argue that it's better for him in gold because he farms faster and hits the late game scaling faster. Why would they do this? I don't know if I agree with this choice. Like, okay, maybe you want to try and make Harif good in the jungle again. Just this 60% extra damage line would have been enough. Right? If you wanted Harif to be able to jungle, the 60% extra damage to creeps, one line alone would have been enough to make him jungle viable. But instead they made him scale better in every way and have more durability. Insane. And yeah, Ray is correct. That means that even if he's not played in the jungle, he kills Crab so fast. 60% extra damage on his skill 1 at level 1, which is 450. 60% of that is like what? Over 200 damage? So His skill 1 does like 600 to 700 damage to creeps. And that's the explosion, by the way. There is still the base damage. Insane! Harif is OP, dude. Okay, we're gonna be seeing so much Harif. I see all the 6-7s there. You guys stop that. Okay, Melissa Ba. Optimize your control experience to make chaining skill 1 and 2 smoother. Remove CD reduction from skill 1 and adjusted her ultimate to help her deal with counter heroes. She has extra 32 base HP, minus 5 HP growth, so that means more HP early, less HP late, and then 1 less physical defense. Skill 1 cooldown reduced by 2.5 seconds early, 1.5 seconds late. Dash distance reduced by 0.4. Remove CDR from attacking models. Interesting. So, yeah, back before this, Melissa could reduce her dash CD by attacking true models. And that meant that the dash CD could actually go down to lower than this. Like, it could actually go down to like 2-3 seconds. It can no longer do that. In exchange, in the late game, it will always be 3.5 seconds. It rewards lower skilled Melissa players, punishes higher skilled Melissa players. I don't really like it when MLBB does this stuff, I'm gonna be honest. I feel like MLBB with each patch is trying to make the game easier and easier to play. And while that can be good in some ways, I feel like it's taking away too much skill expression. Like, you can reduce the cooldown a little bit, but I feel like it would be good to still keep the ability to have a CDR effect so that there is skill expression to Melissa and heroes in general. But alright, it basically makes her experience more consistent. Skill 2 can now be cast during skill 1. Okay, that's pretty nice. That's a good quality of life. So she can throw models during her dash. Damage reduced by quite a lot, actually. 75 early, 100 late, and then 30% less total physical attack. Mana cost higher. Ultimate removed passive. Casting the ultimate now grants a shield. Mana cost reduced. Shield scales off physical attack. So it's actually a pretty big shield, because Melissa's gonna have a lot of physical attack. I don't know. Muddles. Okay, reducing Muddles damage is very good for me because I hate playing against Melissa, but it's also our most consistent poke. The whole reason why Melissa is sometimes picked up outside of her ultimate countering melee heroes is because of how well she trades in the gold lane. Because Muddles can just be thrown out, do a shit ton of damage, and then you have to walk away from her. You can't do that anymore. She's a little easier to play because skill 1 cooldown is more consistent without needing to attack, and you have a free shield from your ultimate without needing to do anything extra. But this is a bit of a weird one. This is a very weird change. And they call this a buff, is it? Yeah, they call it a buff. Would I call it a buff? I mean, in some ways, the hero is easier to pilot, basically. Melissa is easier to pilot in exchange for skill expression and complexity. And also her early game poke damage. I don't know, I don't really... I hate playing against Melissa, so I'm happy whenever she gets the short end of the stick. I don't really know if this is the short end of the stick or not, but it's gonna feel weird for anyone who does main Melissa because it's gonna be a slightly different gaming experience. Okay, sure. Will she be meta? I forgot to mention that for some of the previous heroes. Harif will be. Melissa is good in certain situations. She's still a solid, very solid counter pick if the enemy team is playing like a full dive comp. But otherwise, we'll probably see her less because her scaling is not even that good compared to some of the other marksmen we're seeing in the meta. And yeah, she's playable, but this will not like increase her tier. Brody! Oh, I hope they buff Brody properly, dude. I want to play Brody again. Adjusted Brody's power curve by buffing his early and late game, while tuning down his mid game. Okay. Optimize skill 1's mechanic to make his logic more intuitive. Movement speed reduced by 3, HP reduced by 30, growth reduced by 5, physical defense reduced by 4, attack growth increased by 2. So he is way less durable in exchange for slightly more damage. Skill 1 base damage increased by 50 early, reduced by 50 late. Remove the effect of hitting a target increases subsequent damage. And gets a new effect where this benefits from the passive stacks damage increase. You know what? That makes more sense. That does make more sense. Mana costs increased slightly early, reduced slightly late. So, I mean, 200 damage is pretty nice. And then it benefits from the passive damage increase too. So that is a very nice bit of poke. But I kind of wish the damage was a little higher. Brody has been very, very lacking as a marksman when he's supposed to be more of an early game lane dominator. He's just not felt good to play at all. Skill 2 mana cost to 90 at all levels, okay. Ultimate base damage reduced early, but the damage per stack reduced early flat. And that's it. His ultimate just deals less. No, wait, no. It has better lost HP scaling. Okay. The lost HP scaling is from 4 to 6% to 4 to 10%. Which is not bad. But in the first place, Brody's problem was not that he was weak late game. It's that he was weak late game without being strong early. And they nerfed him. I think this is a nerf, dude. Brody is like one of my favorite heroes. I used to play so much Brody, even when he wasn't that good, but they've been just nerfing him straight. I don't like this. Just accept that Brody is an early to mid game marksman and stop trying to make every hero good in every phase of the game. Understand that some heroes are good at certain points of the game and that is fine. You make them stronger in those points of the game in exchange for being shit in the late game. Don't take away the strength he has in the only part of the game where he's good to make the part of the game where he's bad a little better. It's not worth it. Stop trying to universalize heroes. They are supposed to be niche. I don't like this. Because like, the only reason you would play Brody is to dominate your early game lane. Moonton sees this, they say like, oh, he's not as good at dominating lane anymore, so let's make his late game better. Oh, but we still have to make sure he's balanced, so we'll still make his early game weaker anyway. What does that mean? That means he's not good at any point in the game. It's dumb. This just makes Brody worse. This actually makes Brody worse. Maybe the numbers tell a different story. I'm not very good at translating numbers into real world examples, so sometimes I will look at a hero and I'll think like, oh, this is bad, but then the numbers alone make them actually good and I just couldn't tell. But yeah, I don't like what I'm seeing. I really don't. I really don't like what I'm seeing. Yeah, maybe he is better at executing in the late game, but Brody is an early to mid game dominator. Late game, you're much better off playing heroes like, you know, Obsidia, Claude, Moskov, Yisun-Shin, Carry, all that shit, right? You do not pick Brody because you want him to scale. You pick Brody because you want to win early. If you take away his ability to win early, he is not a hero. That is all I will have to say. Okay, next up. Beatrix. To match the attribute adjustment for marksmen, we reduced Beatrix's movement speed, which was significantly higher than other MMs. For balance, we optimized her ultimate so we can inherit lifesteal. Damn. I didn't know it didn't, actually. Movement speed reduced by 12, which is actually a good amount. Base HP increased by 100, but HP growth reduced by 10, so it ends up with slightly less HP in the late game. Physical defense reduced by 2, physical attack increased by 5. attack growth increased by 1.5. So it's a good amount of physical attack growth in exchange for being slower and slightly less durable. Okay. Passive. Beatrix gains extra spell vamp equal to 100% of her lifesteal. The only spell that this affects is her ultimate, because all of her other abilities are basic attacks. Oh my god, Wesker's ultimate spell vamp ratio is 100%. And that inherits 100% of her lifesteal. What the heck? This is interesting. This could make Beatrix a bit playable in pro play. Yeah, this is kind of interesting. So her other ultimates don't get any increased spell vamp ratio. I don't actually know what the ratio of her other ultimates are, but this is actually quite good. Now, it's not very good for direct dueling, because Beatrix is still squishy in general, so if she gets one shot anyway, extra spell vamp won't make that much of a difference. But what if you play her as a sustained marksman? Could we see a return of Shotgun Beatrix? I really like Shotgun Beatrix. I think Shotgun Beatrix is so funny. I actually don't know how to think about this one. I'm trying to imagine how this would translate into game. She gains extra spell vamp. The only thing that benefits from this is her ultimate. Can Valentina benefit from this? She would get the same passive, but Valentina doesn't build lifesteal, so she wouldn't get as much. But the spell vamp that she gets from her magic items would translate into the ultimate. So it could end up being like Valentina stealing Beatrix ult gains extra value, and Beatrix can stay and push lanes a lot more easily because she can regen very quickly by just ulting minion waves, which is what she's going to do in the late game anyway. Beatrix is interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if we see some Beatrix, but I genuinely cannot tell what the direct effect of this is going to be by too much. Cause there's too many possibilities for this one. Yeah, Ray is asking if it could be lane sustain, fighter emblem, Beatrix being a utility one-shot shotgun MM. I don't think such an archetype exists. You can't be a one-shotter and still be utility, right? This doesn't really increase her damage, it increases her ability to heal from damage. Which, yeah, I do think it directly allows Beatrix to play shotgun a bit more safely. Because if you shotgun someone and they don't die, or if they do die and you're still in the middle of the fight, you can regen a lot of the damage that you are taking and continue fighting. So this is honestly not bad. This is not bad, actually. I could see some really interesting things happening with this one. I don't think Beatrix will be hyper meta, but I wouldn't be surprised if some players start picking her just to try shit out. And maybe if a team or a player discovers like the new build for Beatrix with this, she could become strong. Okay, next up, 1-1. 1-1 needs a buff, dude. Slightly increase the hero's early game laning capability, okay. Movement speed reduced by 5, not necessary. Base HP increased by 20. Physical defense by 2. Swallow dagger damage doubled early, nearly doubled late, in exchange for slightly less physical attack scaling, and then skill 2 mana cost increased. This is shit. You call this a buff? Hold on, you call that a buff and then you call fudging Marcel an adjustment? This is an adjustment. And this is a buff. Okay, Moonton, I see. This is shit. Yeah, it's nicer early game poking, but 1-1's problem is not her early game poking right now. It's her everything. To be fair, 1-1 doesn't use move speed, she uses it a little bit. I don't think it matters too much enough to nerf it. But my issue is, you're buffing her skill 1 damage and that's all. I think they're too afraid to buff 1-1 by too much. Because in the past, 1-1 has always been either you buff her too much and she becomes like ultimate strong marksman that you always pick in every game, or she's just never seen. And she is clearly in the never seen category right now, and they're too afraid to buff her because they don't know whether it'll bring her back up to the you can't play a game without picking her mode. But this just doesn't do anything. Yes, better early game poke, but that's it. And she still loses out in poke to heroes like Clint, for example. She's not gonna out damage shit like Yi Sun Shin or Claude once you get into the late game. And yeah, Majero is correct. Winter Crown exists, so 1-1 just dies. So yeah, this is not a good buff. It's nice a little bit, but she really needed more. Irritel. We've reduced Irritel's mid to late game durability due to her high mobility as a late game marksman. Is that necessary? I don't really think so. To balance this change, we've increased her mid to late game damage. So base HP reduced by 40, HP growth by 20. Wow, that's okay. How much is that? 20 times 14. 280 plus the 40 that was reduced there. 300 less HP in the late game. That's quite a bit. And then she's got 1 less physical defense in exchange for 1.5 physical attack growth. And now her skill 1 will scale to be a little more spammable in the late game. I mean, Irritel is just not played right now. She used to be played as a counter to heroes like Granger and 1-1. But those heroes just outscale her so... well, not 1-1. Granger outscales her so much more effectively now that it's not worth playing her. Plus, there's a lot of heroes that can catch her quite easily nowadays. Especially with peeps like Marcel running around. So... losing 300 HP in exchange for a slightly more spammable skill 1 and physical attack growth is, on paper, not bad. But from a general perspective, doesn't feel like enough. I will say like 1.5 physical attack growth, 1.5 times 14 is 21. 21 extra physical attack is not bad at all. Not to mention a more spammable skill 1. Actually, now that I think about it, it's not bad. The damage increase is not bad actually in the late game. But does it make her viable in pro play? Not really. Irritel has always existed as a counter pick. Not really someone you'd pick up. And the heroes that she counter picks are right now only Granger. And Granger is still very strong. So, I mean, it's not a bad buff. It's a step in the right direction. I think it's better than 1-1. Harsha says, I used her and deleted Fredrin. Her damage is so much better. Would 20 extra physical attack really do that much? It could. Especially since you gain it fairly gradually. You would actually end up doing pretty solid damage in the mid game, I suppose. I think it's... maybe we'll see her. But for pro play, not so much is what I would think. Okay. Next up, Ixia. Okay. To balance Ixia's dominant early game laning, we've reduced her early game durability. As she lacks movement, we've increased her base movement speed and reduced her excessively high HP growth while compensating with improved mana efficiency and skill-based damage. So plus 10 movement speed, minus 60 base HP, minus 15 HP growth, minus 1 physical defense, skill 1 base damage doubled early, mana cost reduced by 10. Okay, her skill 1 hurts, honestly. Skill 2 mana cost reduced, ultimate mana cost increased. So, to make her less dominant in the early game, they decided that the right choice would be to make her squishier slightly and make her do more damage. Yeah. Okay. She has dominant early game laning, and they made her do more early game damage through skill 1. Sure. Like, yes, she's less bulky, but that only really comes into play if she's ganked. Because early game marksmen aren't really going to be able to take advantage of that reduced HP anyway. I don't know. Ixia is still a very strong laner. Like, the only reason why she's not played much in pro play is because of her teamfight capabilities. Like, she very specifically needs a team to be drafted around her to make use of her full barrage. And if they're not able to do that, then Ixia has a very hard time in the mid to late game because there's a lot of heroes that can dive her quite easily now. So, I feel like rather than trying to reduce her dominant early game laning, which I don't think they did, I feel like they should have focused a bit more on her mobility, and they did give her 10 movement speed, but I don't think that's enough. It's not a... It's actually kind of an okay buff. It could be a pretty solid buff, actually. She's faster, her skill 1 deals more damage. She has how much less HP? 15 times 14. 200 HP. She has 200 less HP, nearly 300. Which is a sizable amount, but she's going to get blasted anyway in the late game. I guess 300 HP does make a difference. I don't know, I think this is still I think this is generally a pretty okay buff for Ixia. Mia's relatively weak early game, to balance her weak early game, we've enhanced her early game durability. As she lacks movement speeds, we have increased her base movement speed and reduced her late game attack speed growth. MLBB needs to stop trying to balance heroes across the game state. They are trying to do the same thing that League does, which is basically like every hero should be strong all the time. I don't think that's the right game design approach. Mia is a very weak early game laner, but in exchange she's one of the best late game auto attackers. That has always been her identity, and that is the reason why you would pick her. I don't know, let's see. Movement speed increased by 10, base HP increased by 95, HP growth reduced by 3, attack speed growth reduced by 1%, that's quite a lot. Skill 1 mana cost increased by 10 at all levels. Skill 2 mana cost reduced to 80 at all levels. The minus 50 mana cost of skill 2 is actually pretty nice. Let's just spam it a bit more. This doesn't actually change all that much. But she is a little faster. She is definitely a little tankier. In exchange for attacking slower. I don't think it'll affect her that much once we get into the later stages. Like actually no. 1% per level. She is missing 40% attack speed. Sorry, not 40. 14% attack speed. Less 14% attack speed in the late game. It's actually a fairly good amount. Hold on. How much attack speed do some items give? Like Windtalker, for example. 35%, so it's 1/3 of a Windtalker. 15% on Golden Staff. Okay, so it is basically losing out on purely the stats of a Golden Staff. That is what we are looking at here. Which can be fairly sizable, I feel like. I don't know, I don't really like it when they're trying to adjust heroes to make them strong. Like, I don't like the idea of making heroes stronger in places where they're weak by taking the power away from places that they're strong. Right? You guys get me, right? I don't like that concept. I don't think that's how you should be approaching the game. That's just like my personal opinion. You should be allowing heroes to keep their identities, which is like points in the game where they are strong, in exchange for something. Because that is why you would pick one hero over the other, right? Every hero should have its own niche. Mia is purely built on crit build, no one uses attack speed, right? Well, generally you didn't have to go attack speed because her attack speed was already quite solid on its own. And even if you do build crit, you want to have a high enough attack speed to take advantage of it. So this does take away some of that power. Now, any reason to see less Mia in my pub games is something I will welcome, but again, I'm not a fan of the concepts that MLVV is doing in terms of like hero updates, is what I will say. Layla as well. To balance her relatively weak early game, we've enhanced her early game durability, increased movement speed, reduced late game physical attack growth. Movement speed increased by 10, HP increased by 70, HP growth reduced by 2, plus 2 physical defense, minus 1 physical attack. Minus 1 physical attack is a little, feels a little less bad compared to minus 1% attack speed, in my opinion. Because like 14 physical attack less than before is more manageable than 14% less attack speed. Mana cost increased by 10 early, oh actually 10 at all levels, and then mana cost for skill 2 increase in general. Just a big nerf to Layla then. Like, she is bulkier, but okay, personally to me, I think there is no point making marksman more durable. Like, obviously it does play a role, there's going to be situations that you survive thanks to the extra HP compared to before. But those are going to be very specific and quite rare. And it's not going to happen too much based on strategy. Heroes like Mia and Layla are meant to be glass cannons. They have very heavy late game damage in exchange for just dying very fast if they position wrong. You are taking away their glass cannon by turning them into a glass gun, which still does good damage, but not as much, and is still just as fragile. Bad metaphor, probably. There's probably people who can get better analogies, but you guys get what I mean, I think. I don't like the approach that we are seeing. Not to mention that a lot of the changes they're making to marksmen don't really make me feel like they're going to be strong in the meta. Right? I don't really feel like we're going to see a lot of these marksmen being changed in the meta because of the changes. It just feels like they're in a very similar spot to before. Arguably a little worse, because in exchange for being more survivable, they now deal less damage. But the whole job of a marksman is to do damage, right? So it makes me feel like this is also an adjustment to make the game easier, right? It seems like you're just trying to make the game easier, right? If you have very high damage or very low HP, then it actually takes some skill for you to decide like, okay, where do I need to position? What is the right time for me to join the fight? Which hero should I be the most afraid of so that I can avoid them as much as possible, right? Things like that. It feels like they're making it so that people don't have to think about that. Alright, and just kind of unga bunga any hero they play. In exchange, they do less damage. And I don't like that. Like, you're trying to cater to people who aren't good at the game, is what I'm thinking. Hello, Laifu, welcome to the stream. Okay, Hanabi nerf. Adjusted the hero to align the marksman attributes. HP growth increased by 2, skill 1 and skill 2 mana costs increased in general. Not much of a difference. Hanabi does run into mana issues, but it usually takes a while for it to happen. It just means that she can't spam her abilities as much, but most of her damage comes from late game auto attacks anyway. So this will only really bother her around like maybe mid game if the fights extend very long. But if you're Hanabi, you're probably not gonna be trying to fight very long mid game fights anyway. So basically not much change to Hanabi is what I will say. Bruno. Adjusted. Movement speed increased by 5, HP increased by 50, HP growth reduced by 10, skill 1 mana cost increased early, reduced late, skill 2 mana cost reduced. They're just changing stats, y'all. They're just changing stats. All of this stuff really doesn't do much, if you ask me. Bruno is tankier though. Actually no, it's a HP growth reduction. Yeah, no, he's actually squishier. I'm so confused. I'm so confused about what the concept is with some of these attribute adjustments. Clint adjusted. Movement speed increased by 5. HP reduced by 25. Growth increased by 15. Wow, that's a lot. Physical defense reduced by 4. Skill 1 mana cost will now scale to 75, which is fine because by the time late game comes around, you have enough mana. Skill 2 mana cost also increased early, but you're not gonna use that often anyway. Clint's extra HP is actually going to help. Like 15 is a good amount. Again, it's like what? 200 HP? Not bad. But still not something you're going to feel that specifically. Dude, Clint already suffers from mana. I think it's okay, actually. It does feel a little bad, but I think it's okay. You just need to make sure you're a little smarter with how you spam your abilities, which I think is fine. It's gonna feel a little worse to play Clint, but then it gets balanced out by him just being bulkier. Okay, sure. We're seeing a lot of nothing burgers again. This is what I was worried about when I saw that they were adjusting marksman, because when I did the mage update patch note review, a lot of the updates were just nothing burgers because they're all just numbers and they're not even big number changes. They're just taking some from here and putting it here, which results in very close to net neutrals. Obsidia skill 2 mana cost increased by 5. Early reduced by 20, late mana cost of her ultimate is now 100 at all levels, which is fine. It's not like Obsidia uses that much mana anyway, so again, kind of a nothing burger. Moskov enhanced early game durability to balance his weak early game laning. Base HP increased by 125, which is quite a lot. HP growth reduced by 3, which is offset by the base HP increase. Plus 2 physical defense. Skill 1 mana costs doubled early. Wow, that's actually quite a lot. That could affect Moskov because the skill 1 is something he spams quite a bit of. And then his skill 2 also costs 10 more mana early in exchange for being cheaper late. So what I am seeing from this is that maybe there are a few marksmen that might suffer a bit from mana issues early on, Moskov and Hanabi being the most obvious, but a couple others as well, like Clint. So makes me think that perhaps they're trying to reduce the frequency with which marksmen join fights. Because whether or not a marksman is meta nowadays is being determined with a notable factor of how easily can they participate in team fights after the first turtle. And by taking away the spammability of their abilities, maybe they're slightly nudging gold laners to stay in lane a bit longer to farm. I don't know if that was the main intent or it just ends up being kind of a side effect of what we're seeing. But alright, sure. Okay. I'll just say I've been kind of confused this patch note review. I think that's all I can really say. Some things feel like nothing burgers, some things feel like they could be a little bit more impactful, but again, I'm very bad at identifying the direct practical effects of numbers. And this is all numbers, dude. Again, carry base HP increased by 42, HP growth reduced by 5, skill 1 mana cost increased to 65 at all levels, ultimate mana cost increased as well. Carry will be affected by this a little less because she's not that dependent on her skill 1. And once she pops her ultimate, she's just mainly auto-attacking anyway. So I think carry will be affected a bit less from the mana increases. But basically they're just increasing mana for abilities on marksman across the board in exchange for a little bit more tankiness in some cases, a little less tankiness in some cases. Carry is still gonna be perfectly good. Carry is always gonna be quite a standard marksman because of her passive. Claude, the balance is weak early game. We've enhanced his early game durability, reduced his early to mid game ultimate burst potential, and added a mana cost. Oh, Claude is mana. But I mean, he doesn't really have mana issues too much. He goes common emblem most of the time anyway. As long as you're not just randomly spamming abilities, you should be okay. Base HP growth 130. 130 base HP, minus 3 HP growth, so that is above the durability, and plus 4 physical defense. Skill 1 mana cost. Okay, so Claude has mana on all his skills now. Okay, that is fairly notable. He is still nerfed the no more fighter emblem. Oh, they've changed the fighter emblem, haven't they? Wait, hold on. When you say no more fighter emblem, is it because of these changes or because of changes to the emblem? Because from this alone, I wouldn't think that the fighter emblem is out yet. I feel like it's still plenty solid. So I'm gonna assume there was a change to the fighter emblem as well. I guess we'll get to that. His mana is back, which prompts him to use commons instead of fighter. Ah, okay. Yeah, I guess you would have to think about the trade-off now, right? Because fighter was just generally the best due to how much healing Claude could receive. But now he does actually need mana to keep spamming his abilities, especially skill 1. So yeah, they're trying to push Claude back into common emblem, which, you know what? I welcome it. I think Claude is a bit too strong, too safe, too universal. There is almost no draft in which Claude is not good. So you know what? This is a necessary nerf. In exchange, he's a little bit bulkier, but not by too much. You know what? Yeah, I think this is necessary. Okay. Nathan, base HP reduced by 25, HP growth reduced by 10, physical defense reduced by 1, ultimate mana cost 100 at all levels. Shouldn't affect him that much since it's not like he's gonna be popping his ultimate everywhere he goes. He is squishier. I wonder why they made him squishier when they're making certain other marksmen bulkier. It's kind of a weird nerf. It's not like Nathan was that popular. Not like, yeah, he can be strong in the right circumstances, but he was not being picked in pro play from what I could tell. So, sure, I guess. Nathan catching strays for some reason. Leslie adjustment. Base HP reduced by 20, physical defense by 1. So, okay, this is the most nothing burger change of all of them. 20 HP for 1 physical defense. Like, okay, sure. You did something. What have they done? Nothing. Exactly. This is nothing. This is the most nothing out of the entire patch. Crazy. Bobble and Koopa, base HP reduced by 40, physical defense by 1. Mana cost reduced by 30, ultimate mana cost reduced by 10, increased by 20 late. Okay, also very nothing burger. Skill 2 is cheaper to cast, which is nice. Ultimate is a little more expensive late, but by then you shouldn't have much mana problems. And he's slightly squishier. A lot of these changes really aren't much, I will say. They really are not much. I don't know how I'm gonna tier list this shit, man. We've reduced Terisla's mana system. Damn! That is excellent. That is a very nice buff. Terizla does run into mana issues because quite often he will survive the fight long enough to run out of mana. So he can just stay for as long as necessary. Sustain build is now highly prioritized because Terizla will basically never have to go home if he plays correctly. This is a really nice buff. Really nice buff. I'm kind of surprised it took this long actually. Because logically, Terizla is not really using mana in any way. Alright, really nice buff. Terizla could be a solid pick in pro play from time to time. He still runs into issues of being a very slow EXP laner. He trades okay, but isn't very good against heroes like Yuzong or Glue who are meta right now. And he's not able to offer a lot of split push pressure. Plus, if you just want a really tanky frontline, then you can just go like Gatot, you know, or Glue once again. So Terizla, unfortunately, is still not particularly priority pick, but this is going to make him feel a lot better to play. And will probably be picked up by specific teams. Right? Like, I know SRG will play Terizla from time to time, so they have a chance of picking it up now, since it is able to stay in fights a lot more easily. Sora! Finally, are they nerfing him properly? Slightly weak in the laning phase, he gains extremely strong solo kill potential once he hits level 4. So, Windstride Thunder Rust, which I believe is his Thunder Form first skill. Damage reduced by 20 flat, reduced by 10% total, which is very necessary. Extra damage has been reduced by 20 as well, and also minus 2% total HP. Ultimate for his Thunder form has also been rescaled. So now his Thunder form and his Cloud form both share the same cooldown, which is 32 seconds. But that means that it is still shorter than Aulus's ult and a lot of other melee heroes' ult. Right? Like, this is a very necessary nerf to Sora, but he is still very strong. It's just that he may not be worth picking every single game anymore. Right? Now that his Thunder form has slightly reduced ability to all-in dive and one-shot, you might want to pick Sora a bit more for his Cloud form instead for setting. Thunder form will still be good. It doesn't melt people quite as fast, but it should still deal enough damage to allow him to go for 1v1s. It's just not as simple. Very necessary nerf here for Sora. I think he's still going to be very solid. But teams are already starting to veer away from picking Sora every single game because there are definitely counters and ways to deal with him. So with this nerf, Sora will probably fall into the situation of like, we will see him from time to time, but he's not going to be in every single game. Which I think is perfectly fine and very necessary for a hero like this. Good job. This is probably the nerf I agree with the most in this patch. CC fixed issues and made adjustments to skill 1's damage. Skill 1 base damage increased by 5, which doesn't look like much at first, but that is probably for every hit, so it probably adds up to a good amount. Fixed an issue where the damage of skill 1 during the ultimate, as well as his damage against minions, was higher than described. Really? It was higher than it was supposed to be? CC already feels like she doesn't quite do enough damage anymore. CC already was dropping off the meta heavily because she just didn't deal enough damage to be considered a threat compared to how she was before. Not to mention that she doesn't trade as well against some of the more recent heroes because they're either genuinely too tanky for her to melt or they outtrade her. So while this is nice, I think CC is a little bit dead in the water and only really picked up in situations where you absolutely must have some kind of scaling EXP laner and all of the other options are gone. So okay, it's a nice little buff, but CC needs more, is what I will say. And lastly, we have Bane. Revamped art concept for the skill Ale, so its new visual effects fit Bane's background story, and it's renamed to Sea Ink. They renamed Ale? Bane isn't drinking anymore? Wow. To think that Bane would finally move on from a life of sobriety. Bane is no longer a drunkard, guys. He's just spitting ink at us now. Wow. No more ale. That's so sad though. But like the fact that Bane is just randomly drinking while in the Land of Dawn was so funny. It was so cute. Man. Are they just taking away all the cute and funny stuff in the game? They already took away our old man Aulus. Man. Okay. Let's see what's next. So they've made lane adjustments. Glue is now roaming EXP instead of EXP roaming, which makes sense. He's being played more as a roamer. Badang as well, so both of those have been shifted. And then they have changed Harry from gold mid to gold jungle because, well, yeah, they've made changes to make sure that he can jungle. So of course they would do that. I like how chat is disagreeing with the change to ale. Like, chat is feeling the strongest about ale in particular. Okay, equipment adjustment to Dominant Ice and Starlium Scythe. You know what pisses me off here? They list the equipment adjustment as Dominance first, Starlium second, and for some reason in the description, Starlium is first. Okay, Starlium Scythe. Reverted passive cooldown. Oh, damn, that's huge. Oh my god, Hardif is gonna be... Oh my god, Hardif is gonna be strong again. Huge for Joy too! Joy and Hardif are back from this. The Starlium Scythe nerf previously killed these two heroes. They've changed it back! Oh my god! And they buffed Hardif! Crazy! They reduced its damage and slow effect per instance in exchange. We've optimized the build path, allowing heroes like Hardif to gain CDR! Oh my god. They really want people to play Hardif! Oh my god! They want people to play Hari. Crazy. Okay. Cooldown once again 1.5 seconds. Very nice. Damage has been reduced by 10 base, 40% total. So that's actually a fairly big damage nerf. I think it's necessary. Slow effect reduced by 25%. Also very big, but necessary. But only necessary for Hari. Any other hero who would build this probably wants those stats. And I guess they nerfed it. Like, they wanted to nerf Starlium, that's why they made the cooldown 5 seconds, but unfortunately it killed the item so badly that they had to revert it, and so now they're nerfing it in a different way, which makes sense. The problem is, Hardif got buffed, so that makes up for the item being nerfed, but other heroes did not get the same treatment, right? Joy gets the same cooldown on the passive back, but also has to suffer the reduced stats on the item. Huh. Okay, well, at least I'm glad that I can play Joy again. I've been missing playing Joy. And now the Dominant... Oh, wow. Dominance Ice's area of effect increased by 1.5. Pretty good. Really good buff. Very, very nice. Is it necessary? I don't think it's too necessary, but I don't think it's bad. I think this is nice, especially since Dominance Ice hasn't been quite as popular as it used to be. This is going to be... quite solid, quite solid. Okay, next up. War Axe. Oh, they actually updated the icon, man. Carrying on Aulus' spirit, the War Axe has been reforged in Rage with a brand new look. I don't want new War Axe. Give me Aulus back. Okay, here's the changes to Marksman. Marksman is now 10% adaptive penetration. Because even after giving it 5%, people still played Fighter Emblem, Assassin Emblem instead. So they really want people to use Marksman Emblem. 10% penetration is a lot. I already thought that 5% penetration is really nice because, again, penetration is an expensive stat. Right? It's a very valuable stat that's usually associated with higher cost items. Or like, you know, really fast early game items to try and get it off the board. So 10% is a lot, but would you want Marksman to go for this still? Like, 10% penetration is a lot. Like, hold on, let's look at the comparisons, right? Early game penetration equipment would be like 100 strike. This gives 15 physical pen, which is a flat number. And then the emblem gives a percentage number, which means it's kind of difficult for me to compare them still. But early game penetration items usually give 15, and then late game penetration items like Malefic will give 30%. Malefic Roar gives 30% physical pen. Malefic Gun also gives 30%. So the Marksman emblem now gives 1/3 of the penetration that Malefic gives, which is quite a lot. The problem is other emblems just have such good effects. If you're Claude, you need common to get your mana regen. Fighter emblem is still very good for heroes like Carry that want to be able to sustain in team fights. Beatrix now too is a possibility. Assassin emblem still gives you that and more. Like, hold on. Assassin emblem. Yeah, Assassin emblem gives you more penetration still. Yeah. Attack speed and attack are not really worth trading in exchange for like movement speed. Like, it's a nice buff, but I feel like people still won't really play Marksman emblem because like other emblems are better. And the marksman that typically would want to play Marksman emblem, like, I don't know, Wan or Beatrix or like Natan, aren't particularly popular. Yeah. Percentage is better than flat number for sure, yes, but you get more penetration from the Assassin emblem. So, I don't know. There's very few heroes that would want to use this over the Assassin emblem. Because like attack and attack speed are things that you will get anyway. So it's a very nice buff, but Marksman emblem is still in a really awkward spot. Okay, what else? This is a new game mode. Art. They've adjusted art for most of Bane's skins. Dude, did they actually make it so that he's not drinking in any of his skins? Barista as well? Venom Monitor Lizard? Akai Monk? Hold on, I'm gonna look at these. Roger Dr. Beast? What the heck did they do? Okay. Adjust the description of some text. Okay, surprise flip, more mode adjustments, and I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's the patch right there. So my overall thoughts about the patch. Most of the heroes that were strong before are still strong. Most of them were not particularly nerfed. The more notable ones would be Claude, who now might have to play Common Emblem instead of Fighter. And Sora, who is no longer able to as easily one-shot people, but is still very solid to do so. Certain heroes just basically got nothing. Leslie being the most obvious. I don't really know why they did that to Leslie. Marcel, Deroff have huge buffs. Harith is Moonton's favorite child this buff because not only did he get buffed heavily and can now jungle and contest Karath, his Starlium Scythe was also reverted. Melissa feels a little weirder to play. Brody still needs more. Beatrix is interesting. Wan needs more. Irritel is okay. Ixia is weird. Mia is, Mia Layla, I don't really know. Feels worse. Hanabi is eh. Bruno is eh. Clint is probably gonna feel a little worse mana-wise, but is still kind of okay. Basically, the same heroes that we've seen are still gonna be solid. It's just that there's some slight changes to how they would be approached. Terizla is an interesting option. We might see a bit more Terizla, but he also has a tough time under the current meta. They also didn't nerf a lot of the more popular heroes besides that, right? Like what Ray said, Yi-Sun Shin did not get nerfed. So he is still as strong as before, still as flexible as before. Guinevere did not get nerfed. Who else are like the strong ones? I think Liam Ward's in an okay spot. Who else? Glue! Glue needs a nerf. I really think Glue needs to be nerfed. Man is a problem. So I'm surprised they didn't really attack those angles. Zeus in also is still very, very strong. Yeah, I don't know. I guess they're just trying to balance everything out first before they really start attacking specific heroes again. But yeah, Harif is the big winner. Harif is the big winner, Marcel is the big winner. I cannot believe they let this patch through, dude. Well, Marcel is just strong. You just have to play Marcel now, is what I would say. Harif as well. So yeah, those are my final thoughts about the patch. What do you guys think? Do you guys agree? Do you guys disagree? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you guys like and share the video. And I will see you guys on the next one. Bye bye everyone. Thanks for watching. See you guys. Okay. YouTube section done once again. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I heard that Marcel in the advanced server you can now basic attack in the alt. Seriously? Marcel can basic attack people in the alt? I mean, I guess it's easier for him to build up Thunderbelt. And it's not like he does that much damage anyway, so sure. Okay. Why not? Teammates! Are they high? You know what? You know what, guys? You know what? I know why Bane is no longer drinking ale. It's because Moonton is drunk on it. BRB, bathroom. Moonton emptied his ale, right? Oh, hello, Jason. Welcome to the stream. How you doing? Hold on. Let me put away my Anime Fest merch for a moment. Since it's still been sitting there. Okay. Yeah, like, if marksman can basic attack inside golden hour, that's stupid. That's actually stupid. This is the family friendly skin video. Okay, let's have a look.
Skins are optimized.
Hold on. Let me have a look at this. What have they done? One moment. I'll open it in Edge because, you know, watching videos on Edge just flows smoother. Why is it not showing? Oh, there it is, okay.
Am I having a hallucination?
All these ads, man.
Skins are optimized.
Okay.
Animals are getting removed.
What the fudge, dude?
Heroes are going to get revamped. Hi guys, Kazuki here, and in this video we are going to check on some optimization.
How long is this?
that
6
our
minutes.
favorite heroes and skins
Let
are
me
secretly
speed it up a bit.
Oh, before
Because
we
I
begin,
only
we
want
are
to look at the
something to begin
skins.
with. I truly apologize for being late because we were busy shifting to our new studio. To start with, we have the Leslie Legend skin first. It seems like the revamp of the Legend skin did not meet the fans' hype. People seems to criticize the skin more instead of praising her. And moreover, since the skin is now gonna be expensive, there was no way people were gonna buy her. So the developers had to optimize the skin a bit more. Let's check on it. Let's start with the intro. Well, there hasn't been much change here. It looks like they have added some additional flares on it. Honestly, I love the revamp intro. I mean, it's so much better than the old one.
Okay, sure.
Now the big change comes on her transform form. Well, even here,
I wanna
they
see
aren't
the
changing- Well, to be honest, more
I don't
skins
care.
optimization.
Okay.
And it seems like they have made the game more child friendly. All of the Ben skins are now getting optimization. The L he had on his second skill has now been changed to CA, and even on the animation on top is now different.
Oh, come on! Let him drink!
Moreover, some of his skins has different floating icons.
The icon is
Skins
cute.
included here are Ben's Castle Master,
The squid icon is cute, but let the man drink, dude. He's been through enough shit.
Warlord, Underworld Outlaw, and Soul Defiler. They have a new set of icons on top. Even its Starlight skins, along with its painted versions, have a new icon. Now let's check out some other skins. Vice's Apocalypse Edge. Looks like bro now is drinking from some water bottle or a sipper instead of a flask or canteen.
Come on.
Next is Akai Monk's skin. Earlier he used to drink from the wine gourd, but now they have removed it. It used to give the drunken master vibe, but now Rapanja random chugs air.
What? He just. Hold on. What? He just.
Next is Akai Monk's skin. Earlier he used to
Oh my god, he's just got no gourd! Guys, they removed gourd from the game!
drink from the wine gourd, but now they have removed it. It used to give the drunken master vibe, but now Rapanja random chugs air.
Yeah, there's just no gourd. They just removed all reference to drinking?
Another
Seriously?
skin, Stream Recluse, also had a change. Yeah, the wine gourd is removed.
Oh yeah, they took it away. Oh come on, man. Is that
And we have the
necessary?
Revamp. And yeah, our beautiful pirate is now drinking from a cup of tea. Kinda reminds me of Jack Sparrow on that one scene. Following the trend, Baksha Barista also joined.
It's so funny. It's literally just a cup of coffee. Dude, he used to have like a proper big mug, which suited like his big gruff dude exterior, and now he's just got a cup of
Now
coffee.
he's sipping from a big coffee mug instead of that beer mug. They really made his aura negative with this one.
Like look at the aura reduction, dude. Just let him drink coffee out of this cup. Why not? It looks too much like a beer mug, huh?
Alright, next we have Grog's Venom skin. There aren't any major visual changes, but the animation is a bit different. Now he actually screams instead of swelling the leaked gate.
They saw the memes on this one, didn't they? Oh, they saw the memes on this one. Oh my god.
There aren't any major visual changes, but the animation is a bit different. Now he
They
actually
took
screams
away
instead
his
of swelling-
suck. They took away his sucking. Because there were memes that people were making of Grok sucking things up. Not necessarily family friendly. Thank you very much for the follow, by the way. Welcome to the channel, Kasu. Thank you.
The leaked gate. Right at what their mouth.
That's pretty
And
funny.
we have got two Lucky Box skins, Roger and Chow. Also
What did they
receiving
change
visual
on
effects.
these?
But honestly, it's really hard to spot any difference here. Maybe it's time I get a new pair of glasses.
Okay, so I guess it's nothing
Similar to that,
particularly
Barman by
major.
Roy also had an optimization. They have removed the green wood, and it's kinda look like a downgrade to me.
The green
Barman
what?
by Roy also had an optimization. They have removed the green wood,
What green fluid? Isn't it still there?
and it's kinda look like a downgrade to me. And Barman by
looks like
Roy
it's
also
still
had
there.
an optimization. They have
Isn't
removed the
it?
green wood, and it's kinda look like a downgrade to me.
What did they remove? Am I blind? Am I not seeing it? Okay, whatever. On his shoulder? Oh, okay. What? Why? Why would they do that? Huh? But the green is so good. Why? Okay, sure.
Now as for the revamps on heroes, it seems like Brody, Clint and Badam are going to get hero revamp. Well, it's not confirmed yet, but maybe in the future they will adjust them. The developers
Brody
have a pile
needs
of
it for
revamps
sure.
holding on to. Gaja and Karita also remain in the queue. After Aulus, I believe they will be up next. But again, it still is unsure. They have a history of make any silly change.
This is this is funny, man. A fucking cup of coffee. Well, maybe that's what we need after all this. A cup of coffee. Roger, they removed him injecting himself to become a werewolf. I see. Okay. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Shall we try some of the new changes, people?
One eye looks inward. One eye looks
Okay, so what heroes do I want to try? Marcel for sure. Hardy for sure. Who else? Who else got big like changes? Sora got nerfed. Claude got nerfed. Terizla, I don't... Terizla's maybe worth trying. But... Oh, Diroff, right. I want to try Diroff as well. And of course, Aulus himself. Yeah, Lilo did request Aulus, so I guess I have to play Aulus. The question is, do we want to play Classic first, or should we just jump straight into a rank with Aulus?
If I may ask.
Because I feel like if we play rank, people might ban Aulus.
Is there a
Right?
difference?
Because people like to ban new revamps and stuff. Just Classic today? Okay. Alright. Show of hands real quick. Who wants to play? Dude, I'm confused. What item should I use for Aulus revamp? I would probably just follow what the hero spotlight suggests. For now. Okay, Gin wants to play. Gin didn't play last time around. Oh wait, no, he did. He did play. I just kind of forgot. How many people do we have? We have Gin, we have Dark Striker, we have Kai, Darren, Harsha. So a good number of people. Fudge it. Let's just pull in these peeps for now. Jachung is in rank currently. Okay. We'll pull in Gin, Harsha, Kai, I guess? Or like who else? Oh, Gin needs to download, I see. Let's bring in Kai. Kai doesn't join us too often. And then I guess Gin. And then if anyone else wants later, we can rotate. I'll probably play like 2 or 3 games. That probably matches up with like 1 AM. Man, I am sleepy though. Crazy patch that is useless but review until 12. I mean, I did react to Aulus first. And we were yapping about stuff. Start in a DC call first. Hello, sir. Greetings. Oh,
Greetings.
Ray says, before I go, I'll say I'm chosen to cast another Beyblade League. The one Onyx is in. Oh, that's cool, sir. Good luck with that. I still don't have like other games to cast even after all this time. Though perhaps that's for the best right now, since I'm working.
Did Harif get buffed?
Oh yes,
How much?
a lot.
I'm not done yet, I'm just joining a lobby just in case.
They made his skill 1 and 2 deal less damage early but more damage late. Then they added a passive where he does 60%. Wait, is that? No, that's only on his skill 1. His skill 1 deals 60% more damage to creeps, including jungle creeps, because they want him to be played in the jungle. They even changed his secondary role to jungle.
Okay.
His Zaman force is now
consider-
a consistent 40% slow rather than a 50% that goes down to a 15. And
Okay.
Starlium Scythe's nerf was reverted.
Okay, so since in a way we can call this an MM type of season because they did the exact same thing as they did with the mages, by what I see.
Mm-hmm. But the thing is, I feel like the changes are not as notable as the mages ones. Hold on. Harsha wants me to look at his history. Let's see.
Well, to be honest, it's not mana. I think the HP is gonna be annoying.
Yeah, the HP might have a bigger impact. Let's see, you got some Hanabi Irritel, some Sora here, Badang, Gord, Harley,
You've already
Bane,
read through
Tanis. Okay, okay.
Dairo's buff and nerfs. What do you think about Dairo right now?
Dirov, I think he's not bad actually. I don't think he's like top pick material, but it does solve some of the issues that he had, especially with his like scaling and fighting sustainability in the late game.
I still have 3%. It's fine. It's just 3%. Who cares? What's this?
Can you
Oh.
look at my history, especially in the Cho classic game? For some reason I can't do anything to Aulus with Cho. Well, I mean, he's got CC immunity. Hold on. Darren, where is Darren?
Just swipe down until you find. Yeah. So
There's Darren. Okay, let's see. The Cho classic. 359. And then the Aulus went MVP. Dude, I'm not going to be used to that War Axe icon, man.
I'm not gonna be used to Aulus looking like a young child at all.
And he's so angry. Honestly, Aulus's am I the only one that feels like Aulus's portrait is too zoomed in?
Yes. I miss my old uncle already and he's only been gone for literally hours. Damn it.
I feel like they need to zoom out his portrait. Like, other heroes are not so zoomed into the face.
Oh yeah, if you're wondering about why are they buffing Harif, little side note, there's a Starlight skin coming soon for Harif.
I
So,
see.
There's that.
Diggy
Coming
and
soon, but I
Harry
don't have it.
Purify. Ah, yeah, you can't do anything here, dude. It's just an unfortunate show game.
Oh, I know, you're supposed to cry!
Looks like we gotta expand matchmaking. Should be fine. It's classic.
Oh no, this is not good. Oh, okay, it's classic. Okay, cool. Okay, that sounds so much better.
And we're mostly
Physical-
Malaysian too, so
Oh, physical. Oh, so this is what Fairy was talking about. Oh.
I'm on stream. What? What's happening? What'd you say? Huh?
I think she
Okay.
said you didn't lock your door.
Oh.
Anyway, so like I was saying, Fairy hinted at us when we went to Indonesia last year
Uh-huh.
about they are gonna be collabing with ML for All Star.
Oh.
You know, the yearly event that happens. And right now, if you look at it, I think it's kind of obvious what they're trying to do.
Hmm. Okay, well, I'm gonna play Aulus, of course.
Okay, I'm gonna try out Dairo.
There's so many of Aulus's skins, and now they're all just this angry guy.
This angry kid that's no longer my old uncle. damn it. Oh yeah, Terisla no more mana. Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Why does his
So
face
fun.
look like that too?
Wait, why does it look so different? Oh my god, the old uncle one looks so much better. This one is... Man. I feel like I'm looking at
Try
a fucking
this.
child.
Assassin emblem
Just-
should be fine.
Just saying, when All-Star kicks off, my town will be in a very important place.
My town?
Yes.
Interesting.
The last time I won a lot, this time, let's see, I won or lose. Which I don't actually know. It's
Hello,
also
Nut.
scared.
What's up, dog? Who's this new hero? It's our
Aulus.
old man.
Our old uncle.
All the skins look
Like-
better now, Harsha says? No.
Ew, I miss my uncle, don't say
We
that.
like our uncle.
Seconds till the enemy reaches the battlefield.
We're here for
Never really
uncle,
miss my
man.
uncle.
All troops deployed.
What you looking at?
Oh, damn it. I mean, there's a
Oh, he
there's
still
a good
sounds Scottish. I see. Okay.
okay. There's a good thing for you to know. Apparently, ML is making a mode that's like, how do I say this? You can go back to old versions of the heroes. It's
Oh,
only
yeah, I heard about
available
that.
for specific hero. Why am I fighting a freaking Minchi?
His jungle
Oh, yeah,
clear
this
is
is flat.
still very slow early. But it is faster
Makes
than
sense.
before, at least.
Makes sense. If it isn't faster, then there would be a problem. Ooh, Minchi is so annoying to deal with actually.
Life goes on, fight goes on.
I think Ling is coming top. The sound effect is satisfying though on this enhanced auto.
I mean, you are just throwing stuff, right? Kinda.
So it's like there's a line. The line attack.
I really, I'll be honest here, I really don't like this revamp.
I mean, you and me both, sir.
I hear you too, old friend.
No, okay, first things first, it made my uncle go away. Second things was, I don't think the passive is actually gonna help.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, CC immune is gonna be annoying. Yes, but I don't think the passive can actually do that much unless you are really a team fighting type of dude.
Yeah. He is still
Okay, but-
item dependent, so his ability to fight early is quite low.
By the way, I feel the nerf early. It's not that much, but it is there. But hey, you wanna try? I can go. It. Oh damn it! It's fine.
Yeah.
Good enough. Oh, I have 3 kills. This is not good.
By my name, I will never forsake this war axe.
Dyrov is supposed to be a lane bully, so I guess
Yep.
this is not that big of a problem.
The crazy days are still ahead.
Yeah, he's still definitely item dependent. Which I guess is
Makes
expected.
sense. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay, interesting. Minchi no ult, Link no ult.
Okay.
Don't know about it. Oh, the Vayne has Geigers. Yeah, as soon as I say that, my team gets attacked. That's not good.
Good game.
Yeah, it does make me think of Tanjiro though, that swinging sword of...
Pretty sure that's what it's supposed to be.
Oh, it seems like you used it quite early.
You guys picked Marcel, but picked no one to combo with him. It's fine.
It's fine. Who cares? Wait, you still can't target under Marcel ult, right? Because apparently in the event server you can do that.
Yeah, you can just move now. Which, if you ask me, is already strong.
Kinda annoying. Yes.
Enemy missing.
Oh, it sounds worse in the advanced server, trust me on that.
Ling missing.
Oh, this guy is a king! Oh yeah, Angela no. Oh, that was close. Angela no. Angela. Oh, it seems like you took a picture of our own jungle. Wow, Tanjiro doing his job. Oh my god. Tanjiro, don't die, please.
Oh, good. I survived to the end of the anime.
Yeah. Well, he kinda did survive, at the same time he kinda did it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Dude, the War Axe item just doesn't look like an ML item, honestly.
I mean, I'm supposed to buy it first because I'm on Dyro, and it feels weird as heck. And also, they're not gonna give me 1v1s anymore. They're just farming me for kills at this point. Bane has 2 Sky Piercer stacks, so Dodo careful of that. He doesn't have ult, since he used it on me. Yeah, free kill. Nice one. Oh yeah, by the way, did Brody all of a sudden become meta, or am I the only one that's seeing him?
Well, as far as I can tell, it doesn't seem like he would be.
His 1v1 prowess is annoying.
Well, yeah, but that's always been the case.
Anyway, the Link's gonna push bot, I'm gonna push mid. Yeah. Well, if this Bane decides to stop me, then
Your team
fuck, you know. Oh, the Sky Piercer. Nice one, Dodo. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
Okay. Hello.
Hey, it's been a while. Hi, Staffa. Hi, Gate.
Hello.
Hi, Fox. Hi, Fox.
How'd you
Hey,
do?
Don't ask me anything about HOK yet, okay?
I did. I'm asking Staffa. Are you doing good?
I think we're doing okay.
Despite
Alright.
it's still unfair. Ooh, my then. Phew. How have you been? Seems like you're doing senior stuff.
A lot. I was like busy like ass, to be honest.
When I welcome you back, you're gonna also feel the same.
Huh? What do you mean?
Nothing. Nothing yet. Hey, you guys want me to join team fight? I'm coming.
Stuff you casting this week? On which
Oh,
day?
yeah. Friday, Sunday, I think this week.
Hmm?
Ah, okay. Probably I'll catch you up later.
Wow.
You coming?
I am thinking of that because it's just 2 stations away from my home.
2 stations away from your home? I thought you go TRX main station.
Brother, I'm Titi Wangsa, and that one is Meratonku.
Brother, you think my memory good ah?
Bro,
Oh damn it, this is not good. Nice one. Oh, I'm going in for the Brody. Brody flicker. Out.
Oh, he took my purple.
Oh,
Okay.
that's not good. Ling did?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, you think you can win the 1v1?
It's not gonna be a 1v1.
You think you're gonna win the 2?
Not at half HP.
Oh, this Brody just killed himself. Oh wait, Angela saved him. Damn it.
Our turret is under attack.
Damn, Alpha is just sucks in this current meta, man. My god, so sad he actually got fatal like that. It's like
There
that.
goes your best character.
Yeah, I'm very sad of it.
Woo! I killed the Brody.
I feel like this season's the meta in junglers was kind of stiff. It's like Hardy locks it down. He left Leomord, Isenshin, and what else?
All the
Suyo,
annoying,
Aya.
all the annoying assassins are back also.
Oh yeah, true. Oh shit. Like Lancelot, those guys. Oh. Yeah lah, because of marksman meta ma. But I feel like it's
I wouldn't call it a marksman. Moreover, it's just statistics that make assassins think MMs are easier to beat. And the only way, and the only thing this happens is it just makes like how do I say this? You know, people like Lunos was not touched at all, right? This patch.
oh true.
Lunos gold lane is gonna be freaking annoying.
So you mean like those mage carries like Nathan? And I mean Nathan wasn't that strong lah, I would say.
No, Nathan wasn't touched that much this.
Yeah. So it would be the Lunox, Harry,
Oh,
Nathan, those guys are. Claude took a big hit. Obviously, he's out. I think.
No.
Beatrix is back. I think.
I don't know.
But
I don't
mean-
think Daryl can do anything in the late game, honestly.
Dude, like
well, he'll
Beatrix.
still have the same issues.
Is there the same issues, right? That's what I wonder. The thing is, right? Sometimes when I feel like the devs actually when they adjust heroes, they still pretty much like the same thing, you know. Like even how buff it is that hero, it's still the same.
Like how we only have.
What the fuck? Region effect. If scales with level, huh? I thought it can that the original region effect should be enough. Oh wait, hold up. If it's 7 to max 10% max HP, scales with level. No, it actually still is the same. But the damage is actually higher lah. I can agree that just the early game kinda sucks.
Yeah, I can't break through Angela damn it.
Yeah, they also have an Angela issue. Oh no, I'm the only one left. Oh no.
What happened, sirs? I thought I was doing okay.
Yeah, I thought you were doing okay also. Yeah, I just died. What can I do?
Damn. What is happening there?
No, honestly, we just got out. Because Angela is annoying.
Sorry.
So tired, senior.
Damn. I tried.
Don't know leh. I can't sleep well, so it's kind of fucked up for me lah. Actually,
Why you cannot sleep?
don't know. When I woke up, my bed sheets torn up,
Damn,
and I woke up every 2 hours. It's like
What are
Oh,
you
yeah,
doing
anyway.
to yourself? Okay.
I don't know.
I think
So-
it's just senior.
Should we switch to rank or do we continue?
No.
here?
No,
Guys,
I don't think we should switch to rank. I'm scared.
Okay, hold on. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. Be right back.
Hey, just Rude. I think can come in lah. I wanted to go with some junglers already.
No, we have Dark Striker too.
Oh, okay. Is it full?
Yes.
Oh, okay. No. I'll go with
Hey,
another one.
if you wanna stay here and chat also can. Don't go.
Can Yeah,
Look
no,
like
no,
a
no.
polo suit anyways.
What
Anyway,
the?
don't ask me anything about regarding the event yet, because for now it's still going.
I know. Honestly, just between me and you, I'm kinda. How am I supposed to say?
You're
I'm
kind of gonna
kinda.
say no.
I'm kinda not really interested in that actually, to be honest.
Okay.
You know, after shit happens, I'm kinda like want to. You
Well,
get what I
nothing
mean?
happened. It was just annoying. Also, Harsha, are you done?
Am I the what?
No, not you.
Okay, hold on.
What do you
Alright,
ask Harsha?
I'm back. Where did Harsha go?
I don't know. She disappeared.
How is MPLMY last weekend? Have the matches gotten better?
Yeah, the
Some
match has
have.
gotten better.
Some have gotten better, some have not. In fact, yeah, some have not. Still, Aulus is garbage, you know? Yeah, a little bit, unfortunately. After testing him out, I can quite confidently say he is probably not meta.
The ideas of revamping heroes are not good anymore. Which is interesting.
It's gonna be like another Hanabi.
Maybe.
Previous.
Hanabi got
Previous.
played.
I mean, previously when people doubted that Hanabi was good on the revamp, yeah,
Let's see.
the first impression.
How is Kuruel's history? Got some Yi
Wait.
Shin, some Leslie,
Wait, get
as
of a
usual.
classic.
A little bit
What?
this and that. Suyo, Hari, lots of Leslie as usual. I see.
Fox, you said something. I didn't hear anything. What you
Nice
said?
link, Kuruel. Yeah.
Wait. No, I'm saying, are you on classic right now or what?
Yeah, I was still in classic.
Uh,
Honestly, I don't want to touch anything.
well,
I think
why?
that's fair.
Why?
Oh my. No. Just no.
Come, wait, I keep requesting like we.
We are in law. We are already fighting match. What do you mean requesting? Shiba?
I am not fighting right now. I'm literally like.
What's going on?
Is Husky the other one speaking? No.
Wait,
Wow,
what?
I have
It's a
seen
different
how I-
animal.
It's a fox.
What the fuck? Okay, I suddenly just going call as another animal. What's the other animal, by the way?
Husky.
Okay. Now I get the picture.
Shiba.
I'm so sorry, Safa.
Oh my god.
Oh my
It's
god.
good to try. Let's see.
Even though that's not the joke. Oh my god.
Okay, now only I know why
They
is it
updated the
Husky.
UI here also, huh?
I only know.
No, this is only for classic.
Hmm.
It's been here for a year, to be honest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh no.
la.
Oh no.
Dark Striker
oh
is
no.
telling me to go hard in jungle.
Oh no. Oh, okay, go.
Alright, I'm gonna
Okay.
play.
Why are you
Wait,
stuck
like-
in the save?
Should I play Harry jungle? To be honest.
You can
I
try.
mean, they were buffing him for it specifically.
To be honest,
On rank or
I tested it in the advanced server. It didn't feel that nice, but hey, you can give it a go. Maybe I just suck at hard
Yeah,
now.
I'm gonna give it a try. Damn, it's a
Yeah,
yin.
Cat Gin couldn't Cat Gin in the advanced server, so yeah, that's a problem, you know.
Okay. I'm gonna risk my rank for this shit.
One star only, man.
Dude, I have not played Harry for like 1 year.
It's like riding a bike, you know?
Yeah,
Ah shit, man.
you just need to remember how to feel the groove, and then you're all of a sudden in zone. Oh my god, why is there Johnson here?
I
What
think I probably do need some leashing though, like even if I have extra damage. I am still a mage.
hard? I am still hard. Oh, this is unknown here. Why am I
But
fighting?
honestly, I
Oh
feel
my
Aulus
God.
is pretty fine leh to me. I played him a couple of ranks. He's not that bad, but not that good as well lah. But yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna fan
Oh my,
Parker for
he
sure.
has flames.
Parker. Oh, the Beatrix there is really something. Oi, ban, glue ban, Harley. Kena ban. Hey, please guys, leave Harley open. Tolong.
Just okay.
Jetchuk, I'm gonna say, if you're gonna be in the call, don't be talking about a game that the viewers cannot see.
Nah, it's fine. I just wanted to chit chat, but I forgot he also says something. Sorry.
We are live.
Whoopsies. Ow.
Oh, shit.
But probably. What is this Johnson building magic? What? If you want Obsidian to be sick again, to be honest, I was at a CC today. If anyone still remembers what that means.
Yin might be near top. He might have been on the turtle.
Oh, have you gone to Cyber Copy?
Yeah, in the past.
Ah. Oh, who disappeared? Box. The Selena is still here. She's trying to throw arrows at me.
See, Yin is mid.
Oh yeah, Dodo. Did you look at Pokemon Champions at all?
Not yet. Cause like it's only on Switch, and I do have Switch. I just don't really want to play it on Switch.
I will play when it comes out.
Yeah, I will try it on mobile for sure.
And then I could fight you and
Maybe it'd be nice if we could get a Pokemon scene.
Okay, here's the point. It would be possible. They are using Pokemon Champions as, you know, yeah, as their World Champion format next this year. So yeah.
That's what it's developed for, after all.
There would be like Asia qualifiers, Japan qualifiers, or just Malaysia, Singapore. I mean, Pokemon is a big company. They would just see Malaysia and Singapore together. You get what I mean? So by the way, this Moscow altered into me and died.
Damn, that's very unfortunate.
Oh yeah, recently apparently I've been seeing a lot more CCs here around KL.
A lot of what?
Cyber Cafe.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. There's one in Taman Kono. There's one. There's one in Velocity.
Damn, Harif actually starts clearing jungle quite fast after hitting a certain level.
Or is it after you get items? Do you have?
I don't have Starlium yet, so
that's good. Guess the buff was kind of good.
I don't think he'll be played in jungle still, but in gold lane, Harif is gonna be like top pick, dude. His damage
Oh my
is high.
God. Are we gonna hear a lot more bangs? I don't know who's in the car, so actually the car might explode. Maybe not.
Oh.
Oh!
Lol.
Apparently the car still exploded. Not my fault. Actually, how did Harsha get the... What?
Aw, man.
Oh.
It's done for the...
Oh, whoa. Yeah, but we'll come back.
Oh, nice ult.
mean, if you can let Obsidian get 2 or 8 things, you are kind of really effort. So, I don't think I can call it CC. It's more like, you know, those places where you don't have like the equipment like a PS5 or a Switch or something, and then they provide a place for you.
Oh, that. Yeah, I don't really know what that's called.
There's also like people that people nowadays are so smart in business practices. They just do this with computers, like a cyber cafe plus that together.
Yeah. Gotta capture the market after all. Yeah, Hardiff's damage is insane. Obviously I'm quite fed right now, but still.
We didn't have Obsidian, right? Or buff. Or was the buff only for us?
Oh god, oh my god, the revitalize, thank you! Insane save.
Nice. Was the buff only for us or am I questioning? Did they nerf Obsidian's HP game?
Obsidian. I don't think Obsidian got touched in the patch.
Interesting. I can tell you she's actually, since she didn't get touched, she might get picked a lot. Or maybe I'm just thinking. It's possible. Oh, nice one.
Like dichotomy of MLBB games.
Like sometimes you wonder to yourself, it's +1 HP and 2. Especially on a character like Obsidian.
Arif can definitely do enough damage to kill your jungle, for sure.
But what about on the other side as a bogey? Well, recently my voting hasn't been that fun. All the characters I pick are kind of but honestly, I think I've been picking Beatrix, Ranger.
Beatrix did get buffed, kind of.
Right? Oh no, that's not. that's Dwarf's White Walk. Okay. Yeah, you think I can destroy the car with my orb just flying around? Since I'm just gonna be orbiting a circle around. Actually, where is the car?
Good question.
Oh, he crashed. Okay. Oh.
Damn, one hit.
I think it was still too bad. I'm so sorry, Hyper.
Okay, let's test a question. Can Hades solo Lord?
I think you can. Stadium side does provide spell damage. Right. Oh wow. Yeah, you can definitely.
Yep, seems that way.
But your mana you can.
Yeah, my mana does get eaten up quite. I'm not even at Holy Crystal yet.
Oi, Shibo! Oh no! Oh, that's fine, I feel a lot. Kinda.
Oh my god! Holy shit!
What kind of good? Hey, one more. Come out. Okay. The Lord just bombed.
Yeah, Harif is gonna be picked for sure. Stonks.
You know what's the funny part? They buffed his damage to crits, right?
Yes.
Gold crab priority is gonna be
Exactly.
annoying.
Like, you just can't fight him for the crab. And he
Yeah,
already
you're like, oh,
outtrades most people also.
For example, oh yeah, I'm Granger. You're trying to get the crab early, and then Harry just throws first skill.
Okay, does anyone want to rotate in, or we just continue? Or if it's long, it's last game. If it's short, maybe we can squeeze one more.
In a way, what time are you streaming until? You still have work tomorrow, right?
Yeah. I mean, just the usual, right?
Okay, 1 AM it is. Well, it is last game, so.
Okay. What other thing? I've tried Harif, I've tried Aulus. Should I try Dira?
It's gonna be a bad attempt.
No, I feel like Dira just needs to be piloted correctly.
I mean, I did go War X first, so maybe you can try building Sustain, because I built like very damagey.
Yeah, I mean War Express is fine, but then it's what you do after that.
I do Hunter Strike, because I like direct damage mechanics.
I feel like if your plan is to go Hunter Strike, you should go Hunter Strike first.
Well, I am destroying my lane opponent. The only reason I lost that was because Bane decided
I see.
to come in with Sky Pistols. I've been watching so much Pokemon Champion content. I need some help.
Pokemon is honestly, competitive Pokemon is a tough thing.
Oh yeah, you think you're gonna try out Pokemon Champs? No, not try out. You think you're gonna cast it?
I mean, if there's the opportunity, I would not say no, for sure.
You just need to remember the moves, watch out pro games, and then you're good to go.
It's a lot to learn for Pokemon, that's for sure.
Well, you need to learn how to pronounce a Pokemon's name properly.
I mean, I think I can do that. Try Joy Harshas's? I think I wanna try Dira. Joy didn't get buffed, but technically Starlium being reverted means that she can use it again.
Oh wait, I can play Nathan again!
True.
How was Nathan touched? Oh, I don't get to see.
Nathan got, I think, less HP.
Interesting.
I can't remember all the numbers.
Well, I mean, it's just by like 2 point. His HP is now 2.2k, right? Oh, I paused it? Oh, that's all.
Tyrant comes out.
Let me mute that.
Now maybe we can see.
Oh, she's so loud. Pika Pika.
Okay. We got Aulus over there too. Yeah, it's son of all people.
Well, if you think about it, you get free XP.
Is it?
You know. Yeah, free XP, free gold if you can kill it.
True.
If you can't kill it, then sorry.
Man, the fact that like my energy charges on its own now is very nice.
Yeah, you know, because I was the only quality of life that I felt was his energy charges quite fast, especially in the league. Oh yeah, the Legends King got revamped. Shit, I forgot. I have it. Okay, look at this. What? Cora, is this your dream?
Oh, that's not
Okay.
good.
I might get bullied by that. Just saying. For now, it's going all good. For now. Wow, Dodo. Wow.
They're off early game, dude. Don't underestimate.
Yeah, Dodo, did you see what they did with, what was it? Aurora's newest epic skin?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, they brought Lucky Box back for it. It felt like a gacha all over again. But at least the skin quality isn't Lucky Box, because it's just a normal epic. Well, I think ML is back to testing with their gacha system. A lot of people still like the KOF one, because I mean, it is the KOF one. The KOF system, the bingo was so good. Just the chances of getting an actual bingo was very bad.
Damn it, if not for the petrify, I think I could have won that.
Yeah. Annoying, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's how the game goes. Okay, let's see if oh, there's a lot we just hold along. Damn. Just saying, I don't think this Leslie knows how to play. I think she's just here to test out the legs.
Instant relief. Guaranteed.
So say no.
Yeah, I get so many enhanced abilities as Dero now because of the way this works.
I don't know.
Is this the last game, right?
Probably.
Yeah. So. Oh yeah. By the way, your Legends kit, the Leslie Legends kit.
Yeah, it's got revamped. The event is not there yet.
It's on the enemy side. It's on the enemy side. It's already here. It's not yet out. I mean, already here, as in you can see the effects in game already.
Honestly, they're so strong.
Yeah, but the problem is just, you know, they did the event would be like centered on the All-Star, probably at May. So you know, they would do that. They would They would align it with the All-Star event for the promo diet.
Okay, Dodo, go. Your opinion, go.
They're all just wrong, honestly.
Oh, cool. Anyway,
Yeah, I can see. Like, how Dodo dealt with this, with that 3v1. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, by the way, about the Legends game, All-Star, right?
Yeah.
Well, have fun with your money! I hope it's not all gone when ML takes it! Whoa-ho-ho! My honest reaction to that. I also think they're gonna up the price a lot, especially on the Legends game. But I would say I don't feel like they made the effects that nice.
They just revamped it, but the sound effects are still same.
Yeah, but wait, does she have voice lines? I don't know about it.
She has new voice lines. I especially noticed it in the Japanese, since I'm using Japanese voice. Yeah, I can really notice she has new voice lines.
Who has new voice lines?
Leslie Legend.
I see.
He used his finisher and he's dead. He used his finisher and he's dead. People say Nathan.
You say that Leslie you're facing is just success, right?
Yeah.
Not approved. Not approved.
Launch. Well, her name is Espresso. So you can hit her on that, I guess.
Not approved.
Oh no. Oh no! Oh no!
That's a lot of dudes.
There's 4 actually.
Oh no. Oh no. He did.
I really don't think you should be using ult to go in, but I mean it does do a lot of damage. Actually, Dodo, when they call it a finisher, right? Does it do more damage when the target's HP is lower?
What do you mean? What do you mean by a finisher?
If they call Aulus ulti a finisher, why?
Is it gonna be like Hilda's, right?
Who calls Aulus as ulti a finisher?
I think it's like ideal for securing kills.
Yeah, the one right now. Yeah, I know it does a lot of damage and so on. Does it do like more damage when the target has like missing HP?
I don't know, I didn't look at the numbers, but who calls it a finisher?
I don't know.
Huh?
ML.
I don't know, just because you just observed it.
Yeah, ML. ML calls it.
ML. Come on. Title it, finish it. Title it. Like Derot. It's also finish. Honestly.
And the fact we've only got 2 from that incredible engages. Very, very, very bad.
Damn, 8 minutes and no tier 2 turrets appeared all. My god.
And there goes the sentry. Oh, that's all. Oh,
and
that's
they exploded 8 minutes. Wow. Honestly, my rate on this kind of
auto aim is not helping today.
8.5, but I do like the ship.
Purple is the new
The monkey!
The monkey is doing monkey things.
You bully one more time. You bully one more time. Fudge. Cook time. Oh, I'm getting tired.
And this is why Rome Sun is more annoying.
It's not Rome, it's XP actually.
Yeah, EXP is already annoying, but when you put it on the Rome Sun and the user knows how to do it, man,
Oh, that's a good thing. That's very nice.
Legendary.
Damn, the monkey is doing some monkey stuff.
It's okay, I will copy the monkey stuff.
Gyro's doing some monkey stuff. Run! The one you're imitating is now there.
But I pressed my alt and it didn't come out. What the fudge? She should have died.
Unlucky.
I think it's just cancel or something like that. Like I think it sometimes does happen when I press alt and then it doesn't cast.
Oh, I missed everything. Damn. Damn, that's so bad. Oh. Okay, you know what? Purify does cancel Kairos. Who said it does? I remember someone telling me it does. Oh.
We should probably just take Lord, I think, right?
Yeah, go. Just turning away one last time. I'm going. I can solo it because it's beautiful.
The monkey. Always be doing some Aulus stuff.
Honestly, the only problem I have with this Nathan, I think the HP reduction is hitting on him a lot more. I'm not surviving most of the stuff I normally survive.
I see.
Yeah, I'm also a bit scared for that. Even though it's like a single hit of a minion, that HP reduction, man, it could still affect me.
I mean, I can still pump out a lot of damage, yes. Also,
Yeah,
when
still
Aulus,
insane.
Dude.
by the way, when Aulus does he have damage reduction?
Yes.
Oh, okay, that's why I could kill him. So he's like Alice, but not Alice.
Because the only funny thing that Moonton did to Leslie is just to adjust her to the marksman emblem, and then, man, I'm not even using marksman emblem to her.
Yes. I fucking agree.
Like, oh my god. I would rather build Hunter Strike on Leslie than using marksman
Knock it
emblem.
down! Knock it down!
Nice.
Bro, how did he appear there instead of anywhere else? Just
Nice.
Wait, it's just funny on Aulus' special skin when he it's just water. It looks like water, even though it's thunder.
well, it's Tanjiro 2.0.
Yeah, low budget Tanjiro.
Yeah,
I think
getting
Revamp is
Tanjiro-
not bad. Honestly, Revamp not bad. Feels very good to play now that he can
Alright,
naturally
I'm gonna
regen.
expect Flap to play Dirot. I'm gonna expect Flap to play some Dirot though.
Maybe, you never know.
Bro, just now, my goodness. Honestly, the only problem I have with Nathan, yeah, it's definitely just the HP left. Everything else is fine.
Okay. Well, it is 5 minutes to 1, so I think that's a good place to finish up for today.
Yeah, yeah, Dodo. Could you react to the link that I sent in the chat? The one that has no idea with MPL and then he ranked MPL ID team.
I see. Okay. Sure. Why not? Hold on.
He called some teams very something. The names are onto something. The names that he called is onto something. And also there's I remember Onyx being ranked 8 there.
Oh yeah, Dodo,
and
did you see?
It's not like I also really know how strong the MPLID teams are right now, because, you know, I haven't really been watching it. Let's see.
Ranking.
I see. Let's see. What has this guy done?
See, let's see. All together. Number floor. Next one. Let's see. Let me cry. Anitra Frankfurt. Number 7.
All together.
Very good. Daily United. Daily United. New Daily United is number 5. Very good. Stavros. Number 3.
It's literally spelled.
Good. GK Family. GK Family number 9.
I see.
I'm gonna go
NAPD Blue.
guys
Number
next
6.
time. Bye-bye.
Very nice. Let's
Alright.
see. Let me cry. Sonic the Hedgehog. Number
Bye-bye,
8.
boys
2 more.
and
Let's
girls.
see. Let me cry.
Also,
Rockstar.
Sonic.
Game number 2 and number 1. The best team is. Let me cry. Horsepower Ferrari. Very good. Very nice.
I see. Well, Matt's having a good
I heard
time.
you being called Rockstar. And then Ferrari Horsepower.
Horsepower Ferrari. Why not?
Also fun fact, TLID did repost that vid.
Oh, well, why not? It's fun. It's a simple
They
little
finally
thing.
get to experience being number
No,
1.
no, it's fun. Oops, hold on. I opened my Twitch in the background, so you might hear me double. Okay.
Right, I'm gonna be out now. Winter.
Alright. GG's, people. Good games. Okay, so that should be it from me, people. Pretty good. Well, we managed to react to the Aulus revamp, and then we got to do our patch note reviews, so I think that is pretty solid. Pretty good. Oops, hold on. Oops. Okay. So yeah, I think I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the stream here for today, everyone. As per usual, thanks everyone for dropping by today. Hope you guys enjoyed. So for this weekend, I mentioned it earlier to Jachung, but I will be casting Friday and Sunday. So I guess it's kind of nice that I get a day in between to rest a little bit, and I definitely want to get some gaming in. Next week, Wednesday, will be the official release of Neverness to Everness NTE. So I want to try and stream it next Wednesday, but I will mention, I do not know if I can. Because I imagine that the PC requirements for that game are going to be higher. And if you guys remember, I already had a little bit of issue running Enfield while streaming, and Enfield is already known to be one of the better, like one of the best actually. One of the what's the word? I suddenly forgot the word. Optimization, yes, thank you, Darren. Yeah, Enfield is like considered to be one of the best optimized gacha games, and I already had a little bit of trouble running it while on stream. So I am worried that I won't be able to stream NTE. I really hope I can, because I think I will enjoy it, but we will try it out next Wednesday and see how that goes. As per usual as well, next week is week 4, which means it is time for a new power ranking. Stuff has already shifted up. Team Ray suddenly popped off last week for some reason that we do not know. And Vamos also improved by quite a lot, so we should expect some notable differences in the tier list. I probably will try to do it on Monday as well. I think it's just easier to have a separate stream where I can talk exclusively about it. But I will let you guys know. Tentatively though, I think you guys can probably expect a stream on Monday, right? I think I can probably do that. But I will let you guys know in Discord as per usual, so make sure you guys are on Discord. And for those of you who haven't, do drop a like, follow, and subscribe on my socials. I'm live on Twitch and YouTube every Wednesday night for the duration of MPL. And I also have Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, as well as a Discord server. So if you guys can drop a follow on any of those, I will always appreciate the support. Especially the Discord server, because that's where we chat about stuff. And that is where I will let you guys know whether I am going live or not. Vamos for MSC. Honestly, they're looking solid. If they can keep up this trend, I think it's not impossible. I'm interested to watch Team Flash just to see how bad they will do, yeah. We don't have any news yet about transfers this week too, right? Like last week we had news about a lot of transfers like Aaron Shiki and then rumors about Zorn and stuff, but this week we just got nothing. So do we just have no transfers this week? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I'm gonna go ahead and get some rest. Still got work tomorrow, so I don't want to go on for too much longer. So once again, thank you everyone for dropping by the stream today. I will see you guys on Monday, I guess, or Friday for MPL if you guys are tuning in. So make sure you guys do. And I will see you guys there. Bye bye everyone. Have a good night, y'all. Have a good night, people. Once again, Dodo to close things out. Good night, everyone. Bye bye.